Mm. Well, I'm trying to keep this nice and slick. Um, don't know where the fuck I put my allergy pills at, and I'm not gonna be dealing with it. So anyway, I'm eating some tamales. Yes, honey, y'all. Y'all, isn't it so good? Mm, 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 mm. Ah, mm. They almost make it as good as I make it. Almost, honey. I could taste the chicken broth, but I feel like they put too much broth. Come on in here, y'all. So, how y'all doing? I hope y'all being good right now. We're eating some tamales. We're eating some. Hey, you better not. I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna bite that ass. You're trying to eat my tamales. We're eating some sun chips. That is not for you, honey. We're drinking a prebiotic drink. Y'all so good. Mm. We're drinking Hanson Kiwi Strawberry because I've been craving something sweet all day and didn't get it. And we're also drinking Crystal Geyser water. Stay hydrated, y'all. Excuse the skin, honey. I had laser 2 weeks ago. Little discoloration, honey. But, stay hydrated. You don't want to be looking like a crepe keeper. Anyway, so let's give a shout out to my people. Come on in here. Ow. Come on in here, Jane Forever. Julie Joey. Who you doing? Hey, CJ Taylor. How you doing? It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I'm gonna light a honey incense for you tonight, okay? Y'all, I be loving I love my Arabic store, y'all. This is honey incense, y'all. And it smells so divine too, by the way. So I like that for you, okay, today, CJ? Hold on. I knew was thinking getting some of this tamale, God. He is not getting that shit, honey. Mm, 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 mm. Uh, mm, mm, Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. They almost make it like me. I make my tamales nice and moist and so and they almost have it right. The food, it's not really that seasoned either, but whatever. Mm, mm. Oh yes, honey, come on in here. Yes, honey, no problem. Yes, honey, come on in here, Jaleel. How you doing? Oh, honey, I love the citron. No, citron is a very strong scent. You got to mix citronella with cinnamon. As you can see, I got my humidifier going right now. Y'all see the mist? Ooh, ooh. Yes, honey. I actually got two humidifiers going right now. Y'all see? We got two. We got the one with the oil in it. The one just the water. So anyway, and of course we got our oils here. We got our peppermint oil. Yeah, honey, I went to Sam's Club, honey. They had these on sale for $11.99. I said, bitch, let me stock up. We got our anasi. Shout out to my spiritual people out there. We got the tea tree. Let me tell you, we got the cinnamon. We got the pine. Yes, sprouts. Love it. We got lavender, honey. And we got lemon. Oh, this is peppermint. And we got a whole bunch of oils over there too, like lemon eucalyptus, sweet cassia with orange. The only scent that I do not like, honestly, is ylang ylang. Honey, I don't know how y'all can do with ylang ylang, honey. That shit is too strong for me. I don't know if I'm allergic to it or not, but with ylang ylang, I get a headache and I feel nauseous. And then we also have some cinnamon and rosemary mixture over there. Have I tried Amla? Yes, honey, come on here. Amla. Yes, honey. Amla. Now, you talking about the hair oil Amla? Or are you talking about the, okay, that's something else. Yeah, so you talk about the hair oil Amla, right? Gooseberry. So Amla, I love that. Cactus oil. I got all that tea over there. Cactus oil, Amla oil. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of shit over there. We have a lot of Middle Eastern markets over here, And I like going there for my seasonings. I like going there for my teas. I like going there for oils, like cactus oil and all that good stuff, because I've never seen that anywhere else. Yes, honey. Hola, I'm Dee Dee. How are you doing? Yes, honey. Indian gooseberry. Oh, yes, honey. Amla's good for you. It's good for your hair and your skin. Anything you can put on your hair, you can put on your skin. I was telling people that. Body wash, like people think I'm crazy, but you can use body wash as shampoo, and you can use shampoo as body wash. Like a lot of people are like, girl, I don't got no body wash, this and that. Girl, you better go get you some VO5. You can use that as body wash. But hell, I was even told you can even shampoo, you can even wash your clothes in hair shampoo and stuff. I don't know how real that is because I use borax, baking soda, and what is it? Ammonia. When I wash my clothes, I also like putting in some fabric softener liquid. And then I'll also do like some little bit of Oxy clean and shit because I can't do Tide and shout out to Gains and Tides, but y'all make my ass itch. I got very sensitive skin, honey, so I can't deal with that. So shout out to Tide and Gains, but I can't fuck with y'all. Ow! I'm itching thinking about it right now. My ankles are shit. Listen, so I want to give a shout out to my people. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, thank you so much to CR and LT. Yes, honey, I got your donations for this week. I feel so honored. I feel so privileged to be loved by you. Come on in here. How you doing? And also, before I get into this too, so those of you who have taken the class that we just wrapped up, not the Ganesha class, I'll be sending you a personal customized video via your email. I don't think I'm gonna do it through YouTube, but via your email. No, maybe I will do it through YouTube. Yeah, because we got to keep shit top secret. And somebody might get a little, they might want to share the video. Then everybody got the tea. But I'll be sending it over tonight before I go to bed. I've been so busy this week getting prepared for Monday. If you do not know, I believe Monday is the full moon, right? Monday, Tuesday. And of course, there's some things that I want to do with y'all because we're dealing with a lot of energy. And this energy has been speaking to me through me and using me as the vessel that I am. And I'm ready to present to you all the tea. So, of course, that's what I've been doing this week, working as well, doing the class, wrapping that up. And shout out to those of you who took the Ganesha class. We finished with that. I'm so happy. I want to do a lot more for that class, but what I do is, let me tell you a little secret. So when I do classes for you guys, I usually put together PowerPoints, put all my little notes out. Now I'm using a dry erase board, but I'm going to go to Dollar Tree and get some that white poster board shit, and I'm gonna have it all on that wall that y'all saw, that whole wall. So I want to say that wall is like 22 by 22 feet by maybe I don't know these ceilings. I don't know, they're about 7 feet, 7.5. I don't know. But listen, I guess I gotta let that guy come over to see. He's 6'7", so we'll see if he can come in here and how tall he is compared to that ceiling. That is motherfucking tall. I need me a tall man. I won't settle for that. This the man I deal with got to be over 6'2". I can't do nobody under that. Sorry. So listen, I want to do that. So I put together the class and then I like pre-record myself, right? Like I give like a mock class. Hi, blah, 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 and I'll determine if I'm going to, am I being too long-winded? Is the class gonna, because I don't think people could pay attention in 3 hours. I think that's why when we're in high school and even college, I think the maximum our class starts like 60 minutes. When I was in high school, and then a little bit of college that I did do, I think it was like 50 minutes. And then it'll give you 10 minutes to walk from one class to the next class, even though the class was right next door. They'll give you 10 minutes to pee and all that good stuff. So anyway, so like I said, that's what I do. If it's too long-winded, 2 or 3 hours in, 4 hours in, I look down at my damn girls, 4 hours. Oh my God. Okay, now I gotta minimize. I gotta summarize this information and also check out stuff that's not important because people don't want to hear your side experiences sometimes. So I will go over, personal shit. Like, oh, well, this is how I got connected to this energy. And, one time, boo, 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 boo. So anyway, so like I said, I then summarize. So sometimes it takes me like 2 or 3 weeks to do one class, to record that class. And then once I know I'm actually ready, then I'll go over and I'll rewrite everything down. So y'all showed y'all my notebooks and stuff. I go over everything, rewrite things out. Okay, let's summarize this. Let's highlight what's important. And then let's present it. And so that's what I did with the Ganesha class. But there's so much information with Ganesha that I wanted to give you guys the basic and intermediate. So the stuff that was in that class could be practiced for those who are just now getting introduced to that Ganesha energy, or those of you who are experienced, but you want to step it up a notch. Now, I'm going to be going into this because a lot of people don't know this, and I talked about this before. I am a certified Reiki master and teacher. Okay. I'm not just trained in Reiki energy, I'm actually certified to teach people Reiki. Okay. So going into that, Reiki in any type of magical modality creates great power and you see results very quickly. So going into Ganesha, there will be a master class with Ganesha, and I think I'm going to put them together because I've not gave you guys what we're going to be doing, but we're going to go over it in this class right here. So I want to put it together, but we're going to go into these devas and these demigods and these energies, and we're going to go deeper than what the public is telling about. You cannot Google information on what I'm going to be sharing. Even some of the stuff that I put into the Ganesha class, you can't Google that stuff. You got to know people who know people who know people, or know people who are actually from that region. Very similar to going into the Orishas and stuff, as many people know. Spirits and worship or veneration of spirits are interpreted on many different levels. So different people have different stories. How people try to tell you, oh, you can't work with that person because you're not scratched, you're not this, you're not that. As I said before, I'm not scratched, but I'm well versed and educated on what a freaking Orisha is, and the ones that I feel connected to. Okay, the ones that I feel connected to, I'm well versed on their energies because I felt it, right? And like I said, spirits come to me. I don't seek after spirits. If someone say, "Hey, there's a spirit that's over trans people," I'm not going to say, "Oh my God, yeah, what's the spirit name? Let me look the spirit up." No. If the spirit comes to me and I'm like, "Well, I had a dream with the spirit, or I felt this connection with this," whatever it is, it will come to me. And so going into these Orishas, so people say, yeah, this person's not scratched or they're not in any house, so I won't do no work with them. But it's like, I've done work with the Orishas that I'm connected to, and I've had great success. Look at me. Okay. On top of that, like I said before, belongs to people who are claiming to be daughters of Oshuns, and they're so homophobic and transphobic. Oshun don't fuck with you because Oshun is very loving to the LGBT community, and particularly people who were born anatomically male, but who have very feminine energy. As going into many other spirits, they favor certain energies, but they love everybody. So, with that being said, okay, I've had great success doing love work and love rituals with Oshun when it comes to same sex people. I've only done one or two people because, of course, someone mentioned before in the past, some basic ass witch bitch. We don't need to say no names. Girl, she caught herself coming through wrecking havoc, girl. And now, her shit fucked up. Well, her shit been fucked up because the man had babies with her, didn't want to be with her. I mean, that's another thing too. Like, I would think that my yoni ain't that damn good if a man done had not one, but two, but not three, not four, but not five, but not six, but 7 kids with me. And that couldn't keep him. Like, girl, I would just go quiet and just stay behind closed doors. When I was sitting there talking about how I'm this, I'm that, I'm powerful, my poo poo poo. Girl, I'm connected to Oshun and I'm about that life. I don't think so. I really don't think so, girl, because the baby daddies will be knocking at that door. Girl, you would have left them, they would have left you. Okay, they would have been searching you out and say, "What the fuck is going on over here?" But anyway, side note. So, like I said, I've only worked with mostly LGBT people when it comes to Oshun. I've had maybe 1 or 2 people that have done love stuff with Oshun in particular, and we had great success. Because once again, a lot of people who are narrow-minded do not feel comfortable doing, and this is not my experience, thank God, but I think broadly, they're not comfortable getting work done with people who they feel does not understand them. And as I said, when it comes to spirituality, we're extra perception or extra sensory perceptive. Okay. So that means that we don't have to physically have children to know what that energy feels like. I told you I story before that I had a cousin who she done since apologized. But to me, if you show me that you're fake, a fraud, and a phony, I don't care if you went to rehab, I still don't trust your ass. Because you showed your true colors, and I believe it the first time you showed me, bitch. Okay, you are who you are. If you're a liar, you're a thief. You rob. If you're still from Walmart, you're still from my ass too, bitch. Okay. So she was pregnant. She was having Braxton Hicks a lot, and I'm just like, let me be a little nosy. Let me tap in and see what's going on. And I said, oh, she's having a baby, and the baby's breech. So she's putting up. What does this mean? What does this mean? I commented and said, cousin, I want to tell you this, that means that you're really going into labor, and it also means that your baby is going to be breached, right? And she's like, in my Medea voice. I can't remember what she said, but it was like in my Medea voice. So I thought it was a cutting. Like, first of all, you said in your Medea voice, but you don't fuck with Medea like that. So we're trying to say I give you Medea's energy. So bitch, I read that bitch down. I said, bitch, that's why the motherfucker gonna leave you once you have your baby. Your baby dad ain't gonna be nowhere in the picture, buddy. Yeah, he got another bitch pregnant right now. Her name is Mari Stahl. She's over here off of blah 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 in the Bay Area, bitch, and she also is connected to motherfucking Lathrop. Bitch, bam, let it go. She removed me. She told her sister. Her sister tried to call me, be mediator. And I said, don't call my motherfucking phone. I'm making anything about your sister. She's a grown ass woman. She needs to say something to me. She can call me. We're going to talk. We're not going to talk. Hang up, bitch. I'm just a big bye. Hung up on her. We let it go. She ended up having a baby. Everything I said came to pass, and we let bygones be bygones. So anyway, like I said, I don't have to physically go through what you go through. Energy is energy, and I know energy. I sense it, I taste it, I smell it, I feel it. Most importantly, I feel it. And so, bitch, I go by that. There's not no, I think, no, bitch. I'm going by what I feel. And even not to mention that a lot of people who are OBGYNs, obstetric, was it obstetricians, oh God, girl, and gynecologists. I think I'm saying that right. Obstetricians. I see it in my head right now. It's something like that. But it's OB /GYN. And most of these people are actually males and females who don't have children. So you mean to tell them that they know more about you because they read a fucking book? They know a lot, girl. They didn't go through the process of dilating and all this other good shit. So, bitch, who the fuck you calling some girl by? So anyway, like I said, that's what we're. Oh, that's what I do with the class. Or show what was I doing? With Oshun, energy, channel that energy, move that energy, possessing that energy, and that's what it's motherfucking about. If you can channel energy, you can tap into any motherfucking frequency. Bitch, know that, okay? And so, like I said, Ganesha, there was so much stuff I wanted to put in that class, but it would have been like a 4-hour class. We would have to break it down to 3 or 4 parts, 5 or 6, 7 parts, and that would have been too much. So we will be doing a supreme class, going over not just Ganesha, but the other energies that we're going to be going over. I'm going to do a series, and we're going to tap into that, where you're going to instantly feel stuff. So there's not no, oh, y'all, and I'm hoping those of you who have taken the Ganesha class, I'm hoping that you are practicing your mantras and stuff so you can have that magnetic energy. So when we do the Supreme class, you're like, damn, oh my God, I just did my offering and boo 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 boo. Because we're going through some stuff right now. And if y'all not ready for that, if y'all not ready for what is to come, you're going to be left motherfucking behind. And you can't blame nobody but your motherfucking self. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into this really quickly. Check the blog spot by Monday. We are going to be offering a class within the next 2 weeks on Durga /Kali Ma. Once again, information given in that class is not publicly available. So we're dealing with esoteric information, not exoteric, okay? EXO, ESO. A lot of people get ESO mixed up with EXO. And you know what's so weird, y'all? Something came to me, and it just hit me right now. As these lights charge me up, y'all. This is light therapy for me. This is charging up my chakras and lifting up my spirit and keeping me high vibrational for what we're about to do. So something came to me, and I said, and this is just a little side note, because we're going to get back to what I just said, what we were talking about. something came to me and I said, a lot of information that is known is actually like the telephone. Like a lot of information that people talk about on these so-called spiritual channels, it's like telephone, right? Like going into the one where the girl came in here 2 years ago and was saying that white people are aliens and stuff. And I'm just like, well, I guess I'm part alien then, honey. I'm okay with that. Hell. But even, go deeper than that, we all come from we all have reptilian DNA, and the reptilian DNA is actually considered extraterrestrial and or alienish, right? So anyway, I get off that. So I was thinking about like, how did that come into play, right? And something was revealed to me, right, not too long ago, because people were thinking in their mind, like, how could Caucasian people still not knowing that blacks also own slaves in America. And even I think according to what new studies have shown have come up, the first African American people are actually European people, which I told you before. Benjamin Franklin talked about that African American actually means black Englishman. But I'll get off of that because, if you're sick and you're stuck in your old ways or your old brain or your lower self, you have to come out of that. No one can force you out of that. You have to decide that you have to, change your mind or broaden your horizon. Like people will come for trans and gays and all the good stuff. So anyway, so it came to me that this whole thing about white people became our aliens and stuff, and that black people is something special. It's almost like an egotistical, narcissistic way of thinking, because I think knowledge was shared, and the knowledge was that we all come from aliens. But people said, well, how could these people be human on the things they've done, right? Because we know that the history of that is very, nasty and human sacrificial and all this other good stuff. But then you also go into like the Native American stuff. They also did shit like that, like the Mayan shit. They also sacrificed humans. So it's kind of like, were they aliens too? And then going into the modern day people, you people, y'all abuse your children, you neglect your children, you don't really educate them, you don't really love them. Love is not just, I love you, son, I love you, daughter. Love is really educating people on or showing them how to better themselves. And in today's day and age, educating people on other cultures and other languages and other lifestyles is the only way that you can say that you love your children. That whole I love my child, but if my child comes home with a white woman, I'm whooping his ass. That whole I love my child, but if she comes home and say she's into other women, I'm gonna neglect her and all that. That's not love. And so going into that, that's what I got within the past few days was that's where all this shit came from. Is hurt people spreading hurt information versus meditating. Even going into this whole winter solstice, people were saying they were, pulling in melanin energy, and some people call themselves melanites and shit, talking about it's a real crystal, and black people are part of this crystal. And I'm just like, but black Americans, 99% of y'all are not even all black. 99% of y'all have other races in you. So what makes you different from anybody else? Because you're not pure. You're not pure melanite. Like, girl, don't get it twisted. And then one of them start going into, saying that the spirit told her that white folks are genomes. And I'm like, is she talking about gnomes? The little elf creatures? Because I'm just like, if you're talking about genomes like GNONES, or you're saying genome like GENOME, you're saying that they're the first beings. So I don't know. Maybe she got her information, misconstrued. Maybe spirit, because she drinks and she smokes. And I keep telling y'all, oh, we're gonna be talking about that too. I keep telling y'all can't be fucking around with that type of energy, honey. Drinking and smoking while you're fucking with spirit. I go, oh, we're gonna go over that very lightly, whitely, and anyway. So yes. So that's what I'm gonna share with y'all. So we're excuse me. See, I need to find an allergy pill. I need to find that motherfucking allergy pill. We are going to be going over Durga and Kali Ma. 2-in-1 class, 2-in-1 tea. Check the blog spot. We'll be doing that in about a good week or two. Because like I said, we got a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing this up and coming week. And of course, I'm still doing casework. And tonight I will be finishing up and sending you guys the last section. You guys know who y'all are, honey. We're gonna call them the powerful five. Come on in here. So yes, so be on the lookout for that Durgan Calimán class. And okay, something else I want to say before I forget as well. I know I'm here, there, everywhere. I know. I told you I don't write stuff down. I just get on and say, "Oh, I need to talk about this." So I want to very kindly, I want to go over this because I think that there's a misunderstanding, and sometimes that happen. Um, so the whole purpose of me offering an email, and even going as far as I don't give people my direct line and stuff. The whole purpose of that is, okay, this on a regular basis, I probably work with 10 people regularly, right? 10 people regularly. That means if they're not getting classes, they're getting readings. If they're not getting readings, they're doing casework. So this is interchangeably, okay, every month, interchangeably. Okay, so when I'm doing work with people or I'm doing a reading, because of course I don't tell people my schedule unless you booked, you sent your money over, and you contact me, you ask me. The whole thought process, and me too, because I understand this, so I don't really, I'm not a people who I know is busy based on how they are. I don't hit them up and try to prioritize myself with them, especially if I know that they're in a business. Like their business deals with time, right? Like they're in a time management business, or time is money for them. So I'm not gonna, take my free ass and be like, hey, I just wanted to say, ooh, is it possible for me to talk to you? I mean, that's just me. So, but I think everybody does not have that concept. So, like I said, on top of the classes, the casework and stuff, some people reach out to me and they'll just be like, hey, I need to talk to you. Here's my number. And I'm like, that's not possible. I even have it to where I don't talk to my friends every day. I told you I don't even talk to my mom every day. Okay. That's how tight my stuff is. And when I used to multitask and talk to people while I'm doing stuff, I will be so drained. Oh my God. And not even drained. I would get like, oh my God, what the hell? It was crazy. Or I would sleep for long hours. So like I said, I had to stop doing that because energy is energy. And once again, working, dealing with people as a business, when you're done, I mean, you want your alone time, you don't want to be dealing with people. So that whole, I'm gonna call you to call you. Yeah. Now my donators out there, my sponsors, those who send in donation stuff, oh, they definitely can reach me anytime. They can send me an email at 2 or 3 in the morning, text me, and I will definitely, hey, who. But if that is not you, you don't have a class, you don't have casework, you don't have readings or any of that. You reaching out to me and saying, hey, we need to talk. Yes, once again, that's a consultation. Anytime I have to set aside time personally for you to actually talk to you, not an email, but actually pick up the phone. Hey, yeah, that's consultation. So if you're not willing to pay a consultation or you don't want to get a consultation, then send it via email. Going even to this deeper, because of course, I've explained this before. When people send over their orders for oils or customized whatever, I give you your instructions right then and there, or after you purchase. I tell you this is what you do with this, da 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 da. And I give people opportunity to do that, right? Same thing when I offer classes and I ask questions, blah blah blah. But waiting a year after you buy a product, or even months after you buy products, so I can tell you guys this too, like oils and stuff should not be kept past 9 months for safety. For 9 months, you should not be using that exact same oil. Okay. And I'll keep that there because we're not going to share secrets on that stuff. So 9 months, as long as you should have any oil. I don't care who you bought it from, where you buy it from, it's 9 months. Because each time you open that lid or you stick your fingers in, you're contaminating that, okay, with bacteria and stuff, and it's growing, okay. And if you're in a humid area like the South, now you got shit growing in the oil. So like I said, you got to be very very careful with that. When I handle my oils, I will either pour the oils onto my hand, or I put gloves on and stick my finger in there. But that whole, especially I want to keep a long time, but that whole, you want to have it for years, 2 3 years, and girl, yeah, you need to definitely replace that oil. But like I said, when people order oil, someone emailed me and they purchased an oil. I want to say this was like a year and a half ago, so I don't even know how they still got that oil. Yeah, I want to say that was a year and a half ago because yeah, it was okay, 1 year and a half ago. It's at least a year. It's at least a year ago now. And they were basically wanting to talk, like, hey, here's my number, call me, blah, blah. I have questions to ask about the oil. But I was just like, what question do you have to ask? Because when you purchase the oils, I told you how to use the oils. And then on top of that, you told me the oils that you wanted. So I'm assuming you know how to use the oil for what you want it for because it was customized. So it's like, we already talked about that. So why a year later are you trying to talk again? And once again, I tell you, I'm very big on energy. I don't just share my energy with people. People like to suck energy from me. I'm a very clean, pure person. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do none of that shit. The only thing I possibly do is eat, when I eat my hot Cheetos every now and then and my cookies and shit, that's probably the only contaminant that or poisonous things I put in my body. But even on that level, I detox. I take activated charcoal. I do a whole bunch of stuff. So, matter of fact, I'm about to take my wellness shot right now. Well, when I'm off of here, honey, wellness shot. Yes, honey, power your immunity. Hello. So, like I said, that's what I do. So that whole pure energy, high vibrational, walking in the higher realm, I'm that girl. So people would want to pull that, like, hey, I need to talk. Oh, come here, let me call you right now. No, even in person. I told y'all when I'm out and about, now I put on a whole damn alien gear. I put my shades on, I put the mask on, my face is fully covered. The motherfuckers still want to talk. Hey, how you doing? That's a good color on you. Okay, thank you. Where you from? Oh, yeah, I can tell. Wow, you sound like a Valley girl. And it's like, bitch, can I just get in and get out? And don't let me say, girl, when you go in here, don't talk to nobody. Get your shit and get the fuck out. Don't say hi or nothing. If the cashier say hi to you, you say hi, but keep moving. And then I'll say, okay, let me go check out with a woman because a woman ain't gonna talk to me. I'll be damned. Then I'm saying, okay, well, maybe the guy ain't gonna talk because he got a wedding ring on. Bullshit. So I'm just like, girl, people want to tap in on that. And so for me, I can't be having my energy just going out like that. And that's just me. That's personal. That's a personal choice for me. So that whole you're gonna reach out to me anytime you want to, I'm gonna call you when you need me to talk to you, and there's not an exchange of energy, that's not gonna happen, honey. Money is energy, time is energy. Okay. So if there's time made for the exchange of a dime, oh bitch, that's understandable, bitch, because it's cut off. But that whole I just need to talk really quick. Yeah, I can't do that, honey. I'm so busy. And then that's going into people who actually pay for time. Like I said, people have had classes and they waited 5 months to get their classes. And it was not a purpose thing. But it was, oh, let me do this casework. And oh God, let me call this person because they got a consultation. So we don't do that no more. Everything's prioritized. And definitely, if you have not sent over a consultation or even a love donation, honey, don't expect a phone call from me. You can send that question over through the email. You want to talk on the phone because you probably want to suck this energy, honey. And I'm celibate right now too, so that's another thing too. That it raised that energy up. Girl, you ain't sucking nothing over here. You need to call somebody else to suck their energy. There's a lot of girls out there that got their number out. Call me anytime. 205. Like, girl, you call those hoes. Okay, I don't have energy to give out like that. Sorry. Sorry, honey. Oh, y'all, this is real good, y'all. This is a sparkling tonic, but it's actually supports digestive health. The immunity is in your gut and stuff, y'all. Those of you who have bellies and stuff, I'm not being funny, but those of you who got guts and stuff, there's some fecal matter in there, and that's how you get sick, fatigue and shit. Keep that stomach nice and flat. Let me stand up and show y'all mine. Let me make sure I got some panties on. Oh, they're mine. I got no panties on. Ow! Yemaya is a hermaphrodite. Come on in here, Julie Joy. You better educate these people on Yemaya and Olokun. You better educate these girls and these guys. Okay? Come on in here, Grand Madam. How you doing? So yes, you guys, consultation is private time. Okay. So that's when you send over the donation and I call you. You don't got the donation, please send me the email and or comment on the video and or come in here. This is another way to get your free questions answered. It's coming to live chat. I'm just saying. Come in the live chat, you get your answers for free. But when this computer's off, that's my motherfucking time. Or those who paid for it. Okay, motherfucker, don't be trying me. We got one more tamale, y'all. Look at this baby ass tamale. Girl, look at girl. Y'all see this baby ass tamale? How is it wrapped up? There we go. Y'all see this baby ass tamale right here? Little baby. Look at this little baby, honey. Look at this little baby. She's so tiny. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I never want this so much. He want that so bad. Mm, 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 mm. Come on in here, Graham Adam. Who's on? You are level 1 Reiki. Oh, that's so good, though. Yes. Reiki is very, very, very. Come on, love and light, Graham Adam. How you doing? Yes, I need to scrape the floors. Even use shampoo or body wash. I know that's right. Listen, don't you use that VO5 for that. I consume the amla in drinks. Oh, that's good for you too. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Get it in you, honey. We've been doing a lot of chia, sea moss, gel and stuff. What else? There's something else I newly incorporated. I can't remember. Yeah. It's all about health. Keep that body up. Yes, honey. Reiki is good though. Level 1, level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm good. Come on here, Lakers Spot. How are you doing? Yes, honey. Who you doing? I want to take the cartomancy class, but the Ganesha class sounds really good. Oh, Greg Madam, you missed it. But Greg Madam, you missed the first T. Okay. If you are experienced with Ganesha, okay, and you have did some workings with Ganesha, matter of fact, no, I do offer a different. Now, okay, let me tell you the difference. The class that I offered this past weekend last weekend was live. The Ganesha class right now is actually that's on the blog, so it's actually pre-recorded. So the pre-recorded Ganesha class is available. The live class, we already scheduled that. So yes. Yes, honey. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the other one. So we're going to do another one where we're going to go over deeper mantras. I tell people a lot of mantras are really long. You have the simple one, but you have more in-depth mantras that actually activate frequencies. And even going into the basic, mantras as well. Om Gam Gane Pati Nama. Whatever, even those basic mantras that also activate energy. But the ones that I'm going to go over in the Supreme class, we're going to go over a lot of, anyway, wait until it's posted. It's not posted, it's not going to be posted no time soon. It's going to probably be in a couple of months. But yes, so in that one, we're going to go over the stuff to really get some stuff going. And it's going to be the combination of Reiki with, yantras, mantras, puranas, all that good stuff. For those who know those T's. In Brazil, Oshun had a whole son who was supposedly bisexual. Well, Shango's also one of them. Elegua. I mean, we can get into it. There's so many stories, patakis of the Orishas doing very homosexual acts, going into, anyway, dressing up and shit, going into Baron Samedi. People, I don't really like gays, but we know about Baron Samedi and cross-dressing. Like, girl. So it's, and that's what I tell people, like, that it's the whole hypocrisy of mankind for me. I don't have a problem with gay people. If my son or my daughter become gay, now there's an issue. So you do have an issue. I got a problem with white people or black people, but if my son or daughter have a big one, there's an issue. Like, girl, the fuck? Like, ignorance is ignorance. And if you don't want to say you're racist because you are whatever you say you are, because black people can't be racist, that's fine. You can be ignorant though. You can be stupid as fuck. That don't give you that privilege. Well, I'm actually privileged in what I say because, yeah, we can't be racist. Okay, you can be stupid. So, bitch, like I said, ignorance is ignorance to me. And so the whole thing about you're into Orishas and you're in the house of Ifa and this and that, blah, 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 blah. And oh, we know we don't accept lesbian lovers or gay people or da 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 da. But the spirits that you venerate are very homoerotic by nature. They have stories of these orishas. They have stories of these deities with strong, hard phalluses going around playing with person, places, and things. And we've been talking about going into people who claim to be, pansexual and stuff. We know the story about pan and where it came from, and people say, well, that's not the same thing. So where did pansexual come from then? Instead of calling it trisexual, because it's the same thing to me. Where is pansexual come into play outside of the other sexuals? Like, girl, stop with the foolishness. Stop with the word magic, honey. We know where pansexual came from, and it came from the occult world. And the occult world, it blended in, going into the whole aromantic now. They got aromantic. They have a whole bunch of shit, asexual people. All this shit came from Luciferian satanic sex magic. That's where identities of sexual identity came in at. Not gender identity. We said sexual identity. So me feeling like a man, me feeling like a woman, me feeling like neither or whatever. That's totally different from sexual identity. So that's how I'm like, yeah. For me, honey, yeah. We know what the tea is, girl, and I'm not playing around with none of that, honey. You pansexual, good for you, honey. I'm not judging. Stay over there. Even going into, and I say this, with all due respect and with love. I come from a genuine loving place because I'm trans, so I understand the experience. And even as a trans woman, when a trans person trick a heterosexual identifying person who are only into vagina, and they trick them into think they have a vagina, and then the man is not okay with it, and they get upset about it, or something happened. Yeah, I'm not for that. I'm not for that at all. In any way, shape, or form, I'm not for that in any way, shape, or form. Okay, and so the same thing what I talked about with the trans men on Grindr and stuff. Regardless of how we feel, we know anatomically what we were born with. We know anatomically what we have. So we can identify as zebras all day long, but we know we don't have the anatomy of a damn zebra. And so, with that being said, we have to have a clause with ourselves because not other people, it's with ourselves. And the whole thing about gay men liking penis, and then you still have a vagina, and you hopping on this app, you're trying to turn out these gay men. Because I told y'all, even one of the trans men I've talked to, since you like penis so bad, I said, why don't you go on one of these apps? They will love to hit on you because men have a fantasy anyway about women who are masculine. I told y'all this before. Men have that fantasy so much to where cisgender women, and I hate using that word cis because bitch, if you're a woman, you're a woman. Okay, you could be a woman with a vag experience or the woman with a peen experience. But bitch, that whole cisgender shit, I'm sick of that shit too. Bitch, you're a woman, you're a woman. Okay, if you're not a woman, you're not a woman. But going on here and knowing that these boys are into shit, I forgot what the fuck. Anyway, these guys on these apps and they're looking for some peen. Oh, and I told the girl, there you go, excuse me. I told the trans person because they said they don't care if you call them a girl or a guy. I don't understand that. That's not my business. Cause bitch, I'm she and her all day. Okay, bitch, the ID says it, the birth certificate says that. Okay. So if the birth certificate says it, the ID says it, and the people that gave birth to me say it, that's what the fuck it is. So I told them, hey, why don't you get on this app? Because a lot of men, they're into that. They fantasize about, masculine women or the masculine energy, but they love the anatomy of a woman on that energy. A lot of men love that. I'm telling you, a lot of men love that. Even going into the sense where it's making a lot of, women with vag experience wishing that they had a penis, where they're using strap on these men. And I'm not judging, I'm just saying what it is. A strap on a dildo is an imitation penis. There's some going on there, and they're not into men, but they're into that masculine, feminine energy, or that masculine, identifying energy, but they wanted to come from the female anatomy. So when I suggested that to the individual, and I did it more than once because they were trying to turn some shit out, honey, and people like, ooh, fuck you, they're going off on us, like, excuse me, I'm not in on that. I'm not in on that. But like I said, we know these men are into penises, and regardless of how we identify, as with trans women too, regardless of how we identify, we know these men like vagina. So who are we to say, but I am okay, that's fine. But you're a different type. So let it keep going. And that also takes a full circle to my sister. My birth sister, okay, who passed away 2 years ago, died from an operation because her baby father did not like fat people. So instead of her saying, you know what, he's not into fat women, he's not into big boobs, big this, big that, let me go find someone who is. She said, nope, I've had children by this man. I love this man. Let me change myself for this man and let me push it up on him. And that's the same thing, honestly, and that's the same thing for me with this whole experience too, about you having a penis and wanting a man to accept you who's into vagina. It's like, bitch, you could be who you are, but you are who you are for you. You're not who you are for people. Whether a man accept you or not, that does not make you less trans. Whether a woman accept or not, that does not make you less trans. That whole, well, the man wants me and he's into women, he gotta also like me too because I'm a woman. Like now it makes it questionable. Like, are you transitioning for a man? Are you transitioning for yourself? Because you're transitioning for yourself. You know who you are. You know what you are, and nothing changes that. So you're not going to be bothered by a man saying, I'm sorry, I'm only into vagina. You're not going to say, well, what, you're transphobic. No. Even going into the aspect of, and once again, like I said, I think it's a karmatic thing because for a while, a lot of these gay men had children with these women and then they came out as being gay. They act like, they just had this newfound gayness. And it's like, no, babe, you knew you were gay before you had those children. So now I kind of see also why this energy is manifesting the way it's manifesting. Because we know that already that karma is real. And what you put out, you get back. So a lot of these people play these little games, honey, having beard relationships and shit, act like they're into women. And now you got these trans men coming out the woodwork. And I told y'all, even some of these lesbians admitted to it too back in the day. There was a girl on a page, I won't say the person's name, this was about maybe like 6-7 years ago. And they did an interview and they said they used to go out there to Atlanta at those nightclubs and they would get these gay men drunk. And these gay men thought that they were a man, but it was a lesbian woman. And she would have her strap on and she would go to the bathroom and do them. And sometimes she would go home with them. And before they woke up and they were, she'll be gone. But she said it was a thrill for her. So I'm just like, honey, but you got allergies too. I know, it's okay. My baby got allergies too. Y'all excuse him. You sneeze. Excuse you. You okay? You okay? So anyway, there's nothing wrong with being a trans man, a trans woman, a gay man, a gay woman. The issue comes when you push who you are onto other people. People who do not accept it, you keep it moving. There's no hard feelings. There's no allowing them. Well, they knew me before, so I'm gonna let them. No, there's no doing that, girl. I'm gonna survive without you in my life. So you don't accept me for me and you don't identify me the way that I identify myself. I gotta go. That also goes into bipolar shit too, to where you say I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, but you let your mama, daddy, sister, brother still call you brother. What's up, bro? You let people make those gestures, say him, and you don't say shit. Oh, I'm not about to fight with my auntie. Girl, I put my auntie in her place before. I put cousins in their place before. I put grown women, grown men, grown children. Girl, and I say grown children, 5-year-olds should have thought they were grown. And my mama said that you a nigga. Yeah, walk up to me. You gonna get popped like, why don't you come up here? I'm for that. Bitch, I'm for that, honey. You can get it. I don't care what age you are. You can get it. Uh-huh. You got that mouth on you, bitch. Come up and do something about it. Okay, what? I'm that girl. Anyway. Anyway, that's it. Word of mouth information about lost and chosen. I know that's right. Come on here, Jay Forever. Come on here, Joey. Joey, we were just talking about you the other day. I was on the phone with one of these old girls back in the day. And I was telling her about the story you told me about, Mother Oregon. Is that her name, Mother Oregon? And how Mother Oregon was out here getting these. You know what? Is she gonna go to jail? You know what? I just thought about that. Y'all need to come together to get that bitch behind bars. I'm for that. I'm about people who want to turn out children and shit. Because I don't think there's a statute, a limitation for trying to sex traffic children and shit. Y'all need to get her together, Joey. Because I think when I was 21, the bitch was like 28. So yeah, and no one heard. She disappeared. Mother Oregon, she's disappeared, girl. Nobody knows where she at. I had a rekindle memory of her scent. She came and stayed at my house, and it smelled like swamp. No cutting on that. It smelled like catfish, swamp water. That's how I eat catfish, girl. I can't do the swampy smell of water. It smell like piss shit and all the feet fungus. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm not a fan of none of that. But mom, I thought about it because mama came on down and the taxi man just opened the door and she's like, "You're not gonna help me with my luggage?" And he was like, "Is this your luggage or this is?" And I said, "Oh no, it's hers." And he was like, "Okay." But she got back in the car. But she's like, "Motherfucker." She's like, "These motherfuckers are rude." From what I was told, she had that experience over there on the East Coast too. Girl, anybody believing that you're that girl and you had her look like somebody's uncle with Play-Doh and shit on. Anybody believing that girl? Fucking Buffalo Bill and dragon shit. I'm trans. And then you chase a transgender around on YouTube and shit. You were emailing all the girls. You hit me up to talk about how, oh, I think I'm so attracted. So then you come out 2 years later as being trans, and you came out as being, oh, I'm into everything. If I'm attracted to, I'm attracted to it. And then it also was told by your ex best friend that you were a motherfucking yeah, you were into some weird shit and you done some weird shit. And I said, that's why this bitch be on the run and talk about some sex positive and shit. Huh? Sex positive. And then what really got me a little bit, a little disgusted is when we fell out and she had no power over me. Even though she claimed she was connected to satanic people and all this other bullshit, all this shit, demonic possession. She lied and said that I had HIV and AIDS. And it's like, bitch, I don't do anything to put me in that at risk for that, for one. But for two, you, girl. So that's how I was like, oh, I'm disgusted with that, honey. We apologized, but we didn't move on for that. Cause I was just like, bitch, that's a little disgusting. If I don't like a bitch, I cut it short. There's people that I've dated, there's people that I've known, that I've had that experience with. Entertainers, models, actors, singer, dancers, bitch, R&B artists, bitch. I've had that experience with them, and I would never expose them. And when I say bad experiences, I mean bad experiences to where my life was in danger. And I never came out and said, "Oh my God, I got to tell this story." Oh, I could make money off of it. I sure could because I still got evidence. I got pictures, text messages, emails, and all that. Even from those years ago, 13 years ago now, I still got that. So, like I say, for me, that's not how I get down. I believe in energy is energy. And if you're a fucked up person energetically, fucked up shit happened to you. So that whole thing about her being a messy ass person, and I think going into the body aches and the body deformalities and this is going on and this and that, and it's nonstop pain. Well, you got to think about what you do to people, girl, because that shit, pain in your body, going into even Reiki and stuff, trauma is stored within your body. All your experiences are stored within your body on a cellular level. That's why it's important to detox, eat healthy, sleep, stay hydrated, and work out. Because all this stuff is a cycle and it releases certain energies, which could break down and help you release trauma. So people who've not seen a therapist, people who are not working out, people who are not seeing a spiritual advisor, people who are not doing these things and everything is on their own. I can heal myself. I don't got to work out. I can just this that. These traumas are stand within them on a cellular level. And even going into the diseases and the ailments that are plaguing people like colon cancer, that's on the rise. All that plagues to trauma that has manifested into something. So with that being said, it's important to release stuff out of you. And when you do things, Am I ashamed of this? I am. Okay, let me stop doing it. That whole I'm ashamed of it. I don't want nobody to know about it, but I'm still gonna do it. Yeah, and then you're not getting help on the side of that. That turns into congestive heart failure. That turns into colon cancer. That turns into leukemia. That turns into all these elements that takes you into your grave prematurely. It ain't my business. Because, bitch, I'm about that healing. I got my healing. Bitch, I'm about that life. Instead of me out here popping, locking, and sucking and fucking, bitch, and buying drug shit, I invest in my coin and get my motherfucking healing. Okay? So what you do, that's totally up to you, but don't push it on me. And that's gonna take me into the next thing I'm gonna do before I go, honey. 11:48. Okay, good. And the computer said it needs to be updated. Ow, yeah, V5 was harsh. Ooh, it was drying out to you. Huh? What kind of shampoo you use? Yes, energy is not free. It's about exchange. Come on in here. Would you say Yewa is connected to dreams and imagination? Of course. Innocence, anything you think of Jay, because Yewa had her innocence stolen from her by Shango. So anything that is childlike, innocent, think of Yewa with that. Yes, honey. Come on here, TC. Who you doing? Yes, honey. Shout out to my mods too. I want to say that, honey. I don't feel like I give enough thanks to y'all and send enough love to y'all and in positive light and vibrations, honey. Did y'all hear that? Okay. I think that means this bitch is up there. Yes, honey. Come on in here. You really good? Yes, honey. Come on. The people really out here swindling. Yes, they are. Come on here, Shamanika Johnson. Oh, speaking of people out here swindling and shit, yes, they are. Even with these PPP loans and shit. That's what I said, girl. Girl, that's actually kind of crazy. That's really crazy with these PPP loans and fraud shit that people are doing, getting PPP loans and act like they own business shit. It's just like, well, I mean, I am a business. That's why when someone brought up to me years ago, I was like, I don't need assistance though. Like my people take care of me. Okay, I don't know what you don't understand about that. My people take care of me. Okay, so with that being said, I'm good. Bitch, I don't need to scam anything. Another thing too, like I said, I believe that the universe is abundant and infinite, and the universe is always willing to give you what you need. So I cannot say I believe in that. And I'm about manifestation and I'm about positive energy and magnetism, but say I need help, let me go get this PPP loan and do it fraudly. Because in reality, if you're your own business owner, people are still thriving owning their own business unless you have a physical business like a dining place or a place where people come in. I mean, depends on where you're at too. But you're doing good. You're not hurting like that. So it's like if you're doing energy work or you're doing massages and stuff, you're not hurting with that. You're not hurting with that work. So that whole let me get some free money because I'm in on it, girl. They're coming for your asses. I said it before, they coming for y'all motherfucking asses. I didn't say it on here, but I said on my Facebook, they coming for y'all. You sit out here, you're playing this game, girl. They sit back, they watching everything. Girl, everything is still, and they slowly looping through everything. Oh, this is what they doing. Oh, yeah, that's what they do. I'm telling you right now, they gonna get y'all asses. So sit here and play with it. Honey, like I said, that ain't my business, honey. Ain't no PP over here, girl. All my coin came through my people. Work and donations. Bitch, play with the government if you want to. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, they're trees now. Oh my god. You definitely a woman. I know that's right. Shamanika. I'm every woman. It's all in. Yes, I'm Dee Dee. Listen, it sounds very dangerous to play these games. Another thing too, and that's why I'm like, I don't think that these trans men know this. So very similar to trans women. Okay, the density, unless these women were castrated at a very young age. I'm speaking of trans women at a very young age. We're talking about pre-puberty, or you took Androcor, okay, which is a hormone that actually dissolves your testicles. Unless you've had this stuff done at a very young age, past puberty, your bones have developed densely like your male counterparts, right? Your cisgender male counterparts. So, with that being said, regardless of how feminine and soft you are, you still are heavy. You're heavy in the sense of bone density, bone mass, and even going into osteoporosis and stuff like that, you are less likely to get it. Now, going into the side effect of hormone like estrogen and estrogen, yes, these side effects say osteoporosis, but they're speaking of cisgender women taking these pills because they take it with for the hysterectomy. But for trans women, it's a very low chance that you would get osteoporosis because of your bone density. Okay. And so the same thing with these trans men, and that's where lead up to they're getting on Grindr. Even the gay men on Grindr are not safe. You got men getting on Grindr on these apps and they're setting people up. Look up the stories. They're setting people up. They're robbing you, they're getting you together. So these are men getting attacked by other men and they cannot defend themselves. So you being a trans man, yes, you're a male, but your bone density and stuff is still of your female counterpart. So that being said, you don't have the strength to get a man together bare hands. A lot of men don't have the strength to get another man together bare hands. So with that being said, it's dangerous all the way around because you don't know who, what, when, where, and how. And even going on to these gay boys that are into that, or bisexual men, because I don't think you're gay and you're into, vag. You're into vag, honey. You're definitely bisexual or open-minded, but you're definitely not gay. So even going into that, you got to be very mindful about who you're meeting with, and is this person actually a trans man, or is there something funny going on? Because there's stories of people getting people together too, and they're fake. They're not even real. They're catfishing. So, like I said, honey, y'all play with that if y'all want to, honey. That's what I said. I'm not for that, girl. It's cute and fun, it's entertainment, but I need to know for sure before getting that low if I gotta go, honey. Honey, that whole height and shit too. We can't meet a girl. We probably cross paths at Walmart. We probably cross paths at Applebee's. We probably cross paths at Logan Steakhouse, whatever. We probably cross paths, and then you can, hey, how you doing? Because you don't want nobody to know what's going on, and girl, you just sitting high and by, and then you're on the app and you trying to, I want nobody to know me. So who do you know on here? Because it sounds to me that you're not hiding from your girlfriend. Because why would your girlfriend be on this app? Or you're not hiding from your brother. I mean, that's not the truth. Your brother's on this app too. Then y'all both have sex on each other. So who the fuck you hiding from? It seems to me that you're up to no good. And it seems to me that you probably got some shit over. And I remember Craigslist, people used to post shit on Craigslist and say, be careful, this guy is on here, da da da. I remember that. I remember somebody was using that motherfucking picture. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna meet up with this motherfucker. I'm gonna get him right together. It wasn't even a motherfucker in the picture, it was a whole other motherfucker. And I was ready to y'all to mace the fuck out of him. Clock him over the head with the can, mace the hell out of him, and then get him together. And then, girl, I was ready, y'all. But when I was like, and he gonna lie and say, it's a picture I just found on the internet. Well, that motherfucker's on Craigslist, and that motherfucker looking for him because he stole somebody's iPhone and charger, right? So you trying to go to jail? Okay. Okay. Great if you want to. Literally, IMD. What if they found out? Ooh. Swamp water. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. HIV ain't no joke. Either my ex best friend Willow and her still talk, though the shade. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Joey, let me tell you a little story that also kind of got me together because I'm like, okay, if you're trans, I mean, this is me. Like, if I'm with another trans person and people don't know their tea or whatever, I'm not gonna expose it. If I get clocked, I get clocked. Ain't no girl, we in this together. You're not gonna tell them that you want to. Girl, I got clocked. Okay, like I don't care about that. I have no problem getting vagina or penis. It doesn't bother me if someone knows what it is. I don't care. Now, I'm not also going around saying, hi, I'm trans. Hi, I'm a transsexual. You into this? I'm not doing that neither. But anyway, so she came down, and first of all, you're a visitor to my home, and you're a visitor to my city. And my city is very, they're not LGBT friendly. Okay, that city that I grew up in, they were not that LGBT friendly. Anybody could tell you from there, Jay Silly, all them girls, they're not into the girls like that. Like you have to play that role that you're either, DL or you got to really fit in. Like there's no, hey honey, and you got a beard and mustache. What's that sense? What you doing? Like, girl, yeah. Like James Charles and girl, they would not survive in that city at all. Not being funny, they would not. Like, you gotta really play that role. So the bitch, we went to the mall, and that's when I got my tongue repairs. And the guy, I think it was a T-Mobile or it was Verizon. There was two guys there, and they were like looking. And I said, okay, I want to walk by them again and see if they're gonna say something, right? And I go back and the guy's like, hey, excuse me, who's your cell phone provider? Playing around. I was like, Metro. And he's like, oh yeah, you want to switch over to that? And I'm like, I don't know. He said, I can give you a big discount. And I'm thinking like big discount. Wait a minute. But I'm thinking like, oh, he talking about some sexual shit. And the bitch cock block. First of all, she's trans. And second of all, she's not interested. Now, bro, let's go. I'm like, what? Wait, what? So I let it go. I let it go, right? So then another thing was she was here for like a week. We went to a beauty supply place, and these people know my family, but some of my family, they're not like other ones. Like they're not gonna say, yeah, that's my cousin, and it's actually a, whatever. Some of my cousins will let people know what hey, yeah, that's my cousin, she cool, huh? Like they're not gonna put my business out there. So the people who own this beauty supply place, my cousins, the ones that are hairstylists, so they go there and they'll buy their shit. Not all the time, but some of the time. So the people knew them. So when I would go, hey, hoo, ha, 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 hoo. So anyway, so she go and she gets some hair, and I think it was Bobby Boss. And once again, she does not give you that trans illusion. She gives you somebody who is just very androgynous, like a B Scott. Like not, I'm not transitioning. I'm just androgynous. That's the type of energy she gave you then. I don't know if she gave you now, but then that's what she gave you. And she'd wear boy t-shirts and boy pants. And it's just like what? And then she'd have her hair done with makeup on. So that's what happened. She had on this boy t-shirt, some jeans. She had her hair in two ponytails, some glasses, and I think like some pink or purple lipstick. Either way, the beauty supply person accidentally, well, they didn't accidentally because they didn't know how to identify. Sorry. But they actually said, thank you, sir. So the bitch is like, first of all, I'm transgender. And wait, and girl, so do they disrespect people like us? I'm like, wait. First of all, I want my money back. And the lady's like, first of all, I want to apologize. She's like, no, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. So, girl, she goes outside. I'm talking to the lady, and she said, I'm sorry. I did not know that person was trans. And obviously, I did not know you were trans. And yeah, that was not my intention. I didn't know. I'm going by what I see, and I was like, I understand that. She just, she's going crazy. Because like I said, for me, she was selling loose for me neither. You're prior to that, you thought it was nasty for people to transition. You thought it was disgusting. Given a backstory, she didn't think it was normal for people to be trans experience. And then, like I said, she was, Christian, blah 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 blah, all sort of bullshit, and and then all of a sudden she becomes a trans woman, like not even a year later, and then allegedly gets fired because she came out as trans. And I'm just like, the fuck? But like in Oregon now, like California, Oregon, and Washington, they're not that transphobic like that. Like some jobs will discriminate against you. And they will, hey, you can't use a woman's restroom, or hey, you can't use a man's restroom, or they'll still call you, your male name or male pronoun. Obviously, you present female. Yeah, but that whole them firing you because of that, like, it's deeper than that. And me seeing that person in person, I knew they were messy. And once again, when you're a messy person, you have fucked up energy, you attract those experiences to you. And then so even going after that, like we let that go. Okay, girl. Bam, bam, ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me tell you what else she did. We went to Costco, and my sister took us there because she wanted a carrot cake. And they had like this big ass carrot cake for like $9.99. And I was like, okay, I want to get my carrot cake, And then I think we were getting like vitamin water and tea or something. I don't know. That's when I was, this like 2011. So I was just now, transitioning from even drinking light soda to drinking like teas and stuff. So anyway, so a guy I know, I've had experiences with him. He's a, um, heterosexual identifying man. He's not really open about his stuff. But I see him and I was shocked because I was trying to like, ooh, I don't want him to see that. I don't want him to see that I saw him. And then he tried to act weird to me because I'm gonna call him out and say, motherfucker, are you kidding me? You were just eating my ass the other night and you want to say, so I was like, let me act like I'm not looking at him. So I'm hiding from him. And the motherfucker walked up to me and it's like, Tasmaya. And I was like, uh-huh. And he's like, hey, what's up? And we hug. And I'm like, wait a minute, but I thought you. And he's like, no, it's cool. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then so he's like, what's up with this guy that you're with? Now, y'all, this man is obviously trans friendly, but he was like, what's up with this guy that you're with? And he was talking about her. And so we checked out. And he's texting my phone. And I cannot stop laughing because he's what he said. So I tell her, I said, girl, I want to share something with you because, you know, you are my friend. And I need to tell you, the guy at the store, because I think she was saying she was passable. Nobody knew she was a trans, and if someone knows she's trans, they purposely calling her trans. I don't know. It was somewhere like that. I was just like, sis, you just dress up though. You don't take hormones and that. You like, sis, I'm a little confused. Anyway, so yes. So I told her what happened, and she's like, "Oh, girl, he's a fag anyway." Da, da, da. And I said, "Girl, actually, he's not. Actually, he's very much not into that gay stuff. Like, he's really not, girl. He's not interested in nothing that is male anatomy ish." So, but she was upset about it. Like, oh, that's how you knew. But I was like, no. I was like, no, honey. Yeah, he spooked you, girl. And I like I said, I don't know, but she was offended by it. And invite him over, invite him and start to tell him off. Okay, so we're gonna let that go. The last thing that broke the camel's back, the last thing that broke the camel's back was I had an experience with a man, because we don't know who watched. I had an experience with a man who was very friendly, very nice, and he liked to get people drunk because he said that when they're drunk, they're loose and they're more free. There's no, okay, I can't do that. I'm shy. So anyway, so he would try to get me to get a little tipsy. I'm sorry, I don't drink. I don't like the way alcohol tastes and all that. Oh, really? Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm. So they would like give me cranberry juice spiked with vodka. And I remember I drank that one little sip and I said, oh, yeah, there's something in this. I don't want it. So, anyway, make a long story short, this person I started taking care of because this person's girlfriend would put her money before her relationship. Now, once again, I'm single and my focus is helping other people and stacking my motherfucking coin. Okay. If I had a man, I would have to give up something. And like I said, I don't think that you can do that, especially when it's a full-time thing. So I'm fully his, he's fully mine. There's no 50-50. So I'm in love with money and my man. Okay, so I might as well let him cheat on me then because we're cheating technically. You're in love with money and making that money, and like, yeah, because we could both work part time and get those full time hour pays and stack our coin, or we could work. Like I said, there's powers in numbers for even going into 3 or 4 people. Like there's 3 or 4 people in that even grows quicker and better. But anyway, so she was just putting her money and stuff before this person. And, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you do this? Can you do this? I'm like, oh my God, girl, the audacity. I would never ask another bitch to do anything for my man. You're not washing his clothes. You're not cooking for him. You're not, girl. You're not even going to say, you need a massage? Because that's all she should have said was, girl, you want to massage my man too? So, of course, he grew up that a woman take care of him. He works and then a woman cooks and all the good stuff. Anyway, some weird shit. Whatever. So I was making him food and he started liking that food. And they say the quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Well, I learned that because he started being more friendly. Like, hi, how are you? Yeah, you want to watch a movie? You want to go get some popcorn? Yeah, come over. Hi, that type of thing. And I'm just like, okay, well, we're cool friends. Okay. And then I would catch him staring at me. And when I would look over at him, he'll play it off. Or you know, or looking right at me, and I look at him, and I guess he'd be there, and he'd be like, "Oh my God, wait, what is that? Is there something? There's something on the wall right there. What is that? Is that a spider?" And it's like, "No, there's no spider there." And he's like, "Okay, I'm tripping." Anyway, one experience happened, and I shared this experience because at that time I thought the bitch was real, but you know, a hater is a hater. Okay, a bitch who can't get it like you can get it, she want to come for you. Okay, a bitch who's not that convincible will try to come and make you fucking, oh girl. So this bitch, I tell the experience with this girl, like as a, you know, hey girl, you know, you're my friend. I just want to tell you, you know, be careful because she was flirting with him. Oh girl, he's so sexy. Oh girl, he got that ceviche. Yeah, I love me some ceviche. Yeah, I want people to give it to me. And I'm like, girl, he's not into the girls. But I ended up telling her a secret, which I thought that we could do because we're friends. And this bitch hit this motherfucker up and said that I said that we were this, and that, and he was doing this to me and this to me. And I said, no, first of all, bitch, I don't really have a problem with you hitting him up and telling him that I told you, because I stand behind what I say. But my issue was that you added shit in on it. I didn't tell you that he did anything like that, girl, because I will never. Yeah, he's not. Girl, bye. So, and well, girl, two can play that game. Oh, you're just a messy ass bitch. And then you wonder why your back is fucked up. You wonder why your shoulders fucked up. You wonder why your ankles fucked up. You wonder why you can't get and keep a motherfucking man or a motherfucking friend. You wonder why your money's fucked up too, because all that is energy. So it's like, girl, and then you over here doing GoFundMe's and shit. Like, what's your part of a Luciferian group or something? Like, they didn't teach y'all how to manifest money? Because I could have sworn that Lucifer or Satan was the god over this dimension, and yet you're having issues with him to get and keep money. So are you really a Luciferian? Anyway, that's why I don't trust girls, honey. I don't trust none of you trannies and none of you sissies. When I say sissies, I mean cisgendered women. I was talking about that. What would a cisgender woman be sissies as like a nickname? I'm just curious to know. Cause yeah, cause I just talked about that right now. Sissies, they would be sissies. Yeah, or sissy, like Cece, like Whitney Houston's mama, Cece. Sissy, that's a sissy friend. But anyway, girl, I don't trust none of you girls. Going into the old bitch that almost got my ass beat up in Walmart. Girl, telling the man, you gonna tell me you trans? Girl, I have to walk home in 4-inch fucking high heels, 2 fucking miles at fucking 10:30 at fucking night, y'all, in the fucking ghetto. I have to walk through the ghetto to get to my motherfucking house, and a bitch left me. Woo! Girl. Oh, girl, she lucky I wasn't that girl. She, that bitch is real good. Oh, shit. Y'all, this shit is nasty. But it's good for you. Ooh. It's fucking disgusting, bitch. Good for you, though. Ooh. You was outside running in the rain. I heard that. We always expanding and contracting, and it's weird feeling. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who is it? Pele is kind of like the feminine form, but with masculine energy. I know that's right. Pele gives me the opposite of Ganesha. We'll keep it there. We'll keep it there. Okay. Yeah, two guys tried to set me up the other day at a club, and he didn't even tell me he had a boyfriend until I got there. I just got in Carla. Oh my God, Joey, speaking of that. So I actually witnessed something, and I had to be a snitch, bitch, because you know I'm not a snitch. You know, I believe snitches end up in ditches and shit. So I'm not really a snitchy type of person. But there was this gay couple that lived in my old apartment complex a couple of years ago. And, you know, they were cute, cute. Um, and so, you know, whatever. Anyway, we'll just skip past the other stories. So I noticed that they would be on Grindr and Chat and stuff, and I would block them. So I don't know if they have multiple accounts, but I would block them. Like, oh, I don't want them to see my shit because I don't want nobody around me know that I'm trans like that. If they know, they know, but I don't want nobody saying, hey girl, she's trans too, targeting me. So I'm like, let me block them. But anyway, they were just popping up so much. I said, fuck it. But I remember one time I went to Lachey's house and I came back home. And when I came back home, my camera's clicking and shit. So there must be somebody walking past out there. It's clicking. My hair goes click, 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 click. So I get home and as I pull up, this guy's like half naked. He appeared straight. And he's like, it honestly got reminded me of some Jeffrey Dahmer shit. He was like, hey, are you able to call somebody for me to come and get me? Because these motherfuckers are weird and I gotta go. And he's like, please help me, please help me. And the guy is like, one of the guys, this was my cousin. He's acting crazy. Come on, Johnny. And then he's like, no, get the fuck away from me. And so I drive off and I'm looking and I'm like, this reminds me of the Jeffrey Dahmer fucking story. Like, what are these people trying to do? So I did. I called the police and I said, hey, there's some suspicious shit going on this property. I don't know what's going on, but there's a guy out here that's halfway naked and it was kind of hot. I think it was like July or August. So I was like, he's out here. Can you send somebody out here quickly? I don't know how long they're going to be outside, but yeah, he's saying to help him. So anyway, I guess they came out. People were there. I don't know. I was in my apartment. I found out 2 days later. And what actually happened was they hit the guy up and they told the guy that there was a girl going to be there. So the guy thought he was going to have a threesome and they were just going to be there. And it was actually supposed to be one of them. So it's going to be one of the guys, the gay guy. It was going to be a girl and the guy. And the gay guy was just going to be there and watch. He wasn't going to join or anything. But when he got there, the guys started playing like, oh, she couldn't make it. And at this point, the guys already kind of tipsy. So I guess they thought in their little horny brains, their penis brain, that because he was drunk and he was already there, that he was going to be down for it. Because a lot of people think because men are open to threesomes and a man's involved, that they're going to be flat out into some gay stuff. And they're not. I've heard of people, I've heard of people, and I've personally experienced something like that. So that's what happened. And so they were trying to get him wasted as fuck. He was, inebriated. He was like moving and shit, doing all shit. But yeah, me calling in, I feel like saved his life. And the crazy thing about it is one of the guys was actually a law student. And we're gonna keep it there. But this lady at that apartment complex, she knew everything, dog. Don't ask me how she knew. Apparently, the office person must have told her that she would tell people. I don't know. But she knew everything, girl. Like, she knew that I let this bitch have the password to my Wi-Fi. I was like, the fuck? Did she tell you anything else? The fuck? And she didn't want to tell me who died in my apartment. So y'all remember it was a male in there and stuff? And they were like, yeah, there's a male energy behind you right now. Yeah, there was a guy that died in that apartment. The flip side of what Ganesha is, yes, honey. But even the flip side has its underlying feminine tendencies as well. Come on in here. Hey, Shamika. There's a lot of crazy weird shit happening, especially in my hometown, Chicago. Well, listen, we got something coming up for y'all. Shamika. There's a lot of energy all around the world. And I tell people, you got to stay prayed up. You got to stay prayed up. You got to meditate. You got to protect your energy. People thought that Megan was playing when she said that. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. When Megan said I have to protect my energy, people thought, oh my God, that's so funny. She got to protect her energy. I was like, ha, ha, ha. Listen, honey. Y'all need to be protecting your energy right now. Your thoughts should not be shared. Your intentions should not be shared because your intentions is your power. And when you share with other people your intentions, then now your power is being taken from you. So you got to protect your energy, keep your sanity, keep your peace. Because when the storm is quiet within, the outside storms won't affect you. When the outside storms start affecting you, then you know that the inside storm is just raging, honey. It's going crazy. So that's why it's important to meditate and relax and be around positive people and plan things out and write things out versus just, ABC. I told y'all, I'm doing my light therapy right now. Yes, I'm doing my light therapy right now. Y'all see these lights going off different colors? Yes, honey, light therapy. Going into the ancient Egyptians didn't do this type of light therapy. They did something else. who I'm going to, because now girls are using crystals and shit. Have y'all seen that, like the crystal lights and shit? Yeah, I want to get something like that. But they get like the crystals, and it's the light behind the crystals, and it shines on you and shit and charge you up. This does the same thing, y'all. This is the cheapest way to do it. Get you some lights that change colors. Lights is lights. All colors have vibration, and it's the quickest way to charge yourself up. I fall asleep with this on. Not this. There's colors I put while I'm asleep. Even when I'm trying to get into my creative mode, I get in. I do my tea. But at this point in time, and the whole point of these, injections and stuff, and for those who already got it, I'm not judging, but girl, you need to get you some Clodio Silver. You need to drink you some. Anyway, I didn't tell you what to do, honey. You got it. You got it, girl. Girl, what is to come is what is to come. Bitch, you got to keep your fences up. The shit that they put in you is to make your senses go down. Now they're talking about this, and that, and in today's Joaquin got this by this and this and that. And it's like, that is so weird that things happened during this experience, but they kept it hush mouth, right? And then after they start giving people these injections, right? Because they want to activate certain energy. It's the activation. That's what we're gonna call it. Activation formula. Alchemy, girl. They've been doing alchemy since the beginning of fucking time, bitch. Everybody's talking about, I know about alchemy. I do this, I do that. You know about the motherfucking politician. You know about the president. They have astrologists. They have spirituals that work side by side with them. So they're giving advice on what's doing, how to do things. And if you want to implement this, this is coming in. Also going into the Great Awakening. I told you this before. They are awakening. Woo! They are awakening Mother Isis. Ooh, I just got a real strong chill. They are awakening Mother Isis, and they are trying to keep people from getting that information. For those of you who have not had that injection, you are definitely one step closer to getting Mother's grace. Come on in here. Shout out to Kelly Price for coming up with the new album called Grace too, honey. Hello? Y'all better wake up. Okay, come on in here. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Oshun. Okay, hello. Let's give a shout out to all these teas. So all that is to stop you. So when this energy is downloaded, you're not going to be able to receive it, because that shit is shutting down yourself, so you're not able to obtain that information. I tell you this: we have RNA, we have DNA. When you have something injected into you, very similar to me. I didn't share with y'all, but anyway, I get injections every 2 or 3 weeks, and they're vitamins. I have the drip too, where they put the IV on you, and they put like nutrients in your body. I think I told y'all that before. If y'all don't know, y'all know. So every 2 months, I go get the drip, where they take a bag and they put vitamin stuff in it, and they let it go through your blood, and it feels so good, y'all. Oh my god, the saline just going through your blood, and you're just like, ooh, and then the NAC, all the good stuff. So anyway, that's what I do. So that's the only thing that I'm gonna put in my body to keep me afloat and to help me activate energy. But like I said, what they got going on and what they're trying to block, and you can look into the mummies being moved and all stuff. All this stuff is pertaining to Isis. And once again, as I keep telling you guys, for all these spiritual people out here that are so intuitive and so godly, and spirit talks to them and they can read tarot shit, why don't they ever predict anything that the general public do not know about? I talked about Mother Isis 2 years ago. Nobody was talking about Isis. Everybody's this and that, and dude, not gonna do this. I'm gonna shut this down. And I said, for these hoes out here that's coming to be women, they're actually a part of the masculine propaganda. They're trying to isolate and shut down divine femininity. And that's what I'm against. That's what people like me are against. And it's not just me, it's people all over the world, way more powerful than I am, that are opposed to the energy. And like I said, we are helping to activate, okay, Isis energy. They're going into a whole bunch of tea now. Look up, do your research on what they got going on, and alien this, alien that. It's an activation. There's frequencies being activated. There's frequencies being sent down to us, and people are not aware of that because you're being distracted. And let's keep you in your lower self, in your animalistic self, and let's keep you stuck into where you want to fight. Oh my God, they just killed another one of us, and it's like, that's odd. So your skin folks is your kin folks when it's someone else coming in, but when it's you or someone that look like you coming for you, then we're not all connected, right? So the black baby daddy could disrespect you, the black boyfriend could disrespect you, the black mother could disrespect you, you could disrespect your black mother, and that's okay. But the minute that allegedly it's a white man or an outsider doing some shit, oh my God, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. Y'all should be doing that to your baby fathers. We'll have a better system right now. Y'all stood there and y'all protest these niggas dicking y'all down. That's bummy as fuck. We'll have a whole a better projection of reality right now. But y'all settling for some dumb shit and going into you men too. You need to be looking at who you're having children with, honey. Just because it looked good, I mean it's good for you. There's a lot of shit that I thought looked good and wasn't good for you. Speaking of this, going into 7 years ago, and this is no disrespect to anybody. I met a man who I thought, see, because the devil, when you pray, the devil listens too. I don't care nobody say the devil listens when you pray too. And when I say the devil, I mean the opposing energy. Okay, come on in here. So I, was, pulling through and trying to manifest. Hey, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You're not getting that. You're not getting that. Hey. Ooh, girl, y'all, mini pinchers. If y'all ever want to get a dog, don't get a mini pincher. Okay, they're too smart. You cannot fool these motherfuckers. Okay, the Chihuahuas, the Poodles, the Pomeranians. They forget about shit. These mini pins, they're fucking smart. Okay. You got to be smarter than the fucking mini pins. Anyway, so I did my workings and I was like, Saint Anne, bring me a man, bring him as fast as you can, handsome, true, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying my little prayers and shit. Baby, you're not getting this. You're not getting that. That's not for you. That's not for you, bruh. Go get your Royal Canin. Y'all, I buy him Royal Canin food, and he want to munch that down and want to eat my shit too. So, y'all, I'm doing this work, and I end up meeting this guy, and I was like, oh my God, he's like everything I needed and some, right? It was like a Lucifer type of thing, right? Like the TV show Lucifer. Like he was very handsome and he was talented, and I sing and I dance and I this and I that. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, I could take you to the next level. And I'm like, what? My husband, my future baby daddy gonna be my manager too. Okay. So we're getting to know each other. Everything's good. I'm like, didn't it? And I'm like, just something right now. This is too good to be true. Like he got some screws loose or something. So of course, hey, you want to go to therapy together? Yeah, I'm down. I was like, oh shit, maybe he's not crazy. Because crazy people be like, no, I don't want to go to therapy. Anybody telling me what the fuck wrong with me? I know what's wrong. He was down there. Honey, y'all, he was like, I got something I need to tell you. And I said, mm-hmm. And this is no shit to anybody. I said, this is a personal preference for mine. And fuck you if you don't like my fucking preference, bitch. Fuck you and your mama too. Bitch, I said it. I'm not taking it back. So he's like, I got something I want to tell you. And this is like 6 months in. And I'm like, okay, what you got to tell me? Because usually when they say that, okay, they got a baby mama, a baby on the way or something. But he was like, I've been living with HIV for 12 years. And honey, I was like, yeah, no, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm a hypochondriac. Yeah, I'm about energy. I can't do it, honey. We could be friends, but intimacy that will not happen. Well, I mean, I take medicine and it stops me from transmitting it, and da da da. And I'm like, so if they have medicine for that, then you don't have it. Well, I do have it. Okay, so yeah, that's some trickery there. No, So of course, I was like, damn. Like I felt a little bad because I was like, fuck, like everything was good, but that. And bitch, of course, that was a straw that broke the camel's back, honey. That wasn't. I'm not playing with that, girl. I'm not playing with that at all. Nope. And then the fact that you waited 6 fucking months. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I passed, bitch. That ain't my cup of tea. anyway. Anyway, honey. Shit is fucked up because people who got the shot and don't make the effects are gaslighting everyone. Right, right. I saw a commercial. What would you say to your family to get them to get the IVS? Oh, what I would say to them is that do it for your life. Like they had this person act like they're breaking down. And I was like, well, first of all, if your ass ate healthy, if your ass, took care of your immune system, because your immune system could fight this shit off, honey, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. Girl, like when it comes down to you wouldn't have to worry about it. On top of that, bitch, keep your motherfucking mask on and your fucking gloves on and keep fucking social fucking distancing. You don't gotta worry about this shit. Bitch, you keep your ass in your house and keep your fucking mask on and stop meeting up with everybody, bitch. You wouldn't have to worry about the shit. But no, you want to go out and you want to fuck, you want to suck, you want to. I have cabin fever. I need to go see people. That's why they all running out to go get the IVS. Bitch, fuck your shit up though. Because isolation is the best thing you can do to help lift your powers up, your spiritual enlightening up. You got to be by yourself to know yourself. And a lot of people, you don't know yourself. You think you are who you are because other people around you validated that for you. And it should be the opposite. You should know who you are because you validated that. And that's what it comes down to. I know who I am because I know who I am. People don't have to say, oh, I see it. Oh, yeah, I see this in you. It doesn't matter what you see in me. It doesn't matter if you see me for what I say that I am. If I say that I'm that, that's what I am. It doesn't matter if you see it or not. So, like I said, when we start doing things for ourselves and just let people see it along the way, you're winning. The whole, oh no, I cannot do this because then they're gonna think that I'm this and oh my God, this am I too black? So let me soften myself up. Am I too loud? And oh my God, am I too gay? Like it's like, girl, be you. Be you for you. And don't do things because you think that other people are gonna allow you to fit in because people who think they fit in really don't. And then it's like the ones who do act like they fit in because they're all fucking fake. Bitch, I'll be that eyesore bitch. I'll be that one real bitch out of the whole damn bunch. And they're like, ooh, girl, you're nothing like us. Exactly. I grew up that way, honey. I was the runt of my whole damn intermediate family, honey. I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. The whole doing shit because people are doing it. Girl, bye. So like I said, that's what it comes down to. Everybody is needing that validation. Oh, I'm so sick of this. And I'm like, maybe it's different for me because I'm a homebody anyway. And I don't need people to make myself feel good. I don't have, any of that low self-esteem and all that. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't need that. Every now and then it's okay to deal with people and they, come over, let's play a game together or something. Yeah. But all the time, I don't need that. Like I tell people, honey, that's how I don't live with people. I can, girl, like 3 or 4 days, I'm good. But more than that, honey, girl, see somebody every day for a month or 2 weeks, or girl, I can't do it. I can better see this motherfucker every day. This right here, I can better see this right here. This fucking tricolored bitch. This motherfucker right here, I can better see this motherfucker every day. Y'all see him, I can better see this motherfucker. You see this motherfucker, I can better see this motherfucker all day. I better see this bitch right here. This motherfucker right here. Now I'm playing God love my baby. He's the only one I can see every day. Huh? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? India is it's the scariest place. There's literally people dropping in the street, gasping for air. I thought either made me not want to leave my house. Oh, I'm telling you. Yes, it is. It's the plague, Shamika. I hope you wearing your mask though. You wearing that mask? ISIS is in Christ. We could say that ISIS have Christ consciousness. We could say that. Yeah, because then we're getting into a whole bunch of energies. I told you guys there's a movie. Oof, oof. There's a movie called Time Machine, and it just came to me right now with Samantha Mumba. I love Samantha Mumba. Baby, come on tonight. We're gonna make it all right. Y'all know Samantha Mumba. Hey, la 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 la. Anyway, Samantha Mumba was in that movie, and I loved Samantha Mumba back then. So I remember I was like, I gotta get that movie, Mama. Please, Mama, get that movie, Mama. Please, please. I love Samantha Mumba. Anyway, in that movie, it was about Earth, and a man created a time machine, and I won't get too much into it, but look at that movie. And the movie is based on moon colonization. And then when the moon got colonized and things started happening, spirits were coming out and resurrection, all that good stuff. So going into that, that's where the origin of everything started from. Everything's reversed. And going into, like I said, us being in earth right now and a firmament encasing us, and we cannot physically leave. The only way out of this is dying. That's the only way out of this firmament, this underwater thing is dying. But the moon and the other planetary bodies are actually outside of it. So going into falling from grace and stuff, you fell from grace, you slipped through, you solidified, and now you're here. And then of course the real you is lighter energy. So that's where the true origins of stuff came from. We talk about lunar energy, and even going into now, when you look up NASA stuff and they're talking about planetary travels and stuff, they got to bring up the moons, right? Oh, the new Neptune moon is Hippocampus. People don't pay attention to this. They discovered a new moon in the orbit of Neptune, which deals with psychic intuition, and they called it Hippocampus, or something happened to it. It was already a moon called Hippocampus. Something happened to this moon, but it's like Hippocampus deal with your psyche. And we know that psychic is somebody who operates from their higher consciousness, because you have three levels of psyche, right? So a lot of people say they're psychics, they're actually psycho because they're dealing with the conscious mind. And they're saying, oh, this is me, this is me, this is me. Oh, I get high to do magic. There's other herbs that you can smoke and even consume, and even minerals that you can consume that will give you the results you need. We talked about this before, and even when we go into one of the class that I want to do, we're going to go over it. It's something that you can actually get right now that's very, very affordable. It's under $30, and you take it regularly for 30 days because it's packed with nutrients, micronutrients, and all the good stuff, that it actually starts to open up your subconscious mind to where you can see stuff physically. When you dream, if you're that type of person, like it's some crazy shit. And of course, the more you do the shit, then of course, people they start hallucinating and stuff. So anyway, so like I said, that is the true origin, is the moon. And even going into melatonin, melanin. People are saying that blood, that's what I said, there's some type of history. Oh, come on in here. That people who are on YouTube and claim that they're spiritualists, and not all of them, but the American ones, there's trauma there, because they're talking about things that are history based, that was told to them like a wives' tale. And there's people out there that are from other countries that know the real human history. Going into the stuff that I learned from the, once again, some of the greatest occultists that know a lot of things, that are well in the known. They share things. And so, like I said, going into the melanin and melanites and all that good stuff, the moon is what releases melatonin, which is a natural hormone that we all have, including white people. And so going into mela or honey, that is like honey. Now we're getting into the moon, and even Oshun, the mirror. The moon is a mirror. The moon is the exit point. Somebody said I was talking about bullshit. That's, I'm like, girl, you're not an occultist. You don't know anything about any type of real magic. What you learned about magic is what you read in a fucking book. It was nothing that your family taught you, because your family taught you that. They read it in a book. Because the real thing about the moon and the soul catcher and the way to come in, the way to come out, just like the sun, these are gates. And it's not just one gate. There's actually 9 different gates of the sun. There's 9 different gates of the moon. And there's 9 different gates of the earth. But like I said, people who don't know about that shit don't talk about it. So people talk about, oh, you said the most redundant shit. Okay, well, you pay thousands of dollars to get into institutions like the Golden Dawn, and you let them tell you the truth, man. You pay them thousands of dollars and invest in it, because you're not gonna get it in a fucking $200 book. You might get a piece of it, but honey, to get the French that I know, bitch, you gotta pay thousands of dollars for. When I say thousands of dollars, anybody can tell you out there, anybody who's ever been in any of those organizations, thousands of dollars. And some of them you have to continuously give to enlighten yourself, to raise yourself up, to go to the next level. And then the next level, you also receive spiritual knowledge. You also get physical gifts. So now you're stepping into the realm of people who are no longer, they just have stupid ass money. And they go, oh girl, what you about to do? I'm about to spend $2 billion on a new boat because I'm bored. That type of shit. So, like I said, ISIS is what we need. Okay. But nobody's really talking about that. Oh, spirit told me this, and their time is up. Well, what time is up? Is it the gates opening up and the truth is being downloaded by those who can accept it? Those who are not drinking and smoking? and participating in the poisonous activities that the slave masters gave you. We're not talking about the white men slave masters. We're talking about those who are further back than that. Come on in here. Those who kept you trapped on what we call the prison motherfucking planet known as Earth. Oh, we can talk about it. We can talk about it, as we said before. When you go into a place and I've experienced this, I'm sure you experienced too. You've been a negative person and you go into a positive place. Now bad shit's happened to you. Oh my God, fuck you. Everybody's being so mean to me today. They pushed out the cop. Like it's crazy. How you feel, your surroundings will start to mimic that. That's what I said. When I'm in a fucked up mood, I don't really deal with people. And I try not to go out either because I know that if I'm in a fucked up mood, when I go out, I'm gonna have fucked up experiences. So the same thing with that. If you go into a place and you're positive and you're loving and you're understanding and you're like, listen, you're different from me physically, but you're still my brother, you're still my sister. When you step into this space, they're gonna have respect for you because that energy transmit or transmute to them. We're receptive and we're giving all day, every day the energy. And sex is the most powerful because it's a physical, it's two storms coming together. It's two electrical currents, positive, negative, coming together and it's colliding and it's combining and it's creating like a superstorm. So that's why sex is the most powerful. But even dealing with a space and absorbing that energy, going into even you dealing with sick people, that's an old saying, but it's true. If you're a healthy person, you deal with sick people, you will become sick. Because once again, you're a living organism surrounded by dead organisms or dead energy, and it starts to eat at you. It starts to pick at your energy. And now you're low. And now you're like, oh my God, something's going on. Yeah. Now you're starting to become like them, like the zombie shit. So it's like going into that, educating yourself and being positive and stuff. When you go into spaces where that energy may not be there, someone or something that's on your level will come up and say, hey, are you into blah, 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 blah? Yeah. I was actually thinking about this today too. When I went to a store a couple of years ago, this is like 2, 3 years ago, and I was just like, how did that even happen? I was minding my business and I was looking through um it was like pickles or something in the store because I see it the shelves and stuff. And I was picking through something. I don't know what I was looking for. I was looking for something that this store only had. I was like, fuck, they might be out of it. And a lady came up and she was like, oh my God, I like your what did she say? I have something. She's like, I like it was anyway, it was something I had that she liked. And we're just talking, and she's like, "Are you a reader?" And I'm like, I'm overlooking it because we're still talking. Oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "What made you say that?" And she's like, "I don't know. It's just something about your energy." And there was a reader that I went to, and blah 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 blah. And the crazy thing about it is the reader that she's talking about. I actually went to their shop. I went into their shop, and the lady was like not welcoming at all. Like it's like she knew when I walked in, her like, "Ooh, yeah." So she stepped back. She let the other lady come in. This was a black woman. She let the woman who was more lighter assist me. And the girl was like, "Oh my God, and the bitch was like, mm-mm. And she was like, wait, hold on, let me go get your gift card. And she come like, "Oh, we're out." And I'm like, mm-hmm. So anyway, so it's so weird how that became a loop. But it was like she knew. And I'm like, it has to be my energy because I don't. And even going in with Lachey stuff, we've been places when I was in my spiritual element and people called things out. And Lachey was like, why they always call you out and why they don't see me? And I'm like, I don't know what that is. But once again, I think it's because I believe that if you're positive and loving, regardless of where you go, that energy will start to turn over in that area. And so people may still be like, but they're going to stay in that area and say, from a distance. They're not going to come up and be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, they're not going to do that. So anyway, Isis, we're dealing with melanin. We're dealing with melanites, which is not a race thing. It's a source of energy, which we talked about before. Carbon, the darkest color on the wall is blue. And the last time I checked, that's cool tone people, right? It says if you're cool tone, your veins are blue. If you're warm tone, your veins look green, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Now we're getting to the skin and shit. So, like I said, it's deeper than what people say, but definitely that's that Christ consciousness, that coming into your crown, going into the violet, the crown, the soma, going from violet to purple, and then what's after that? And then it goes into the darkness, and then so the darkest color is blue. So after those colors, now you have blue. And then also we're going through the throat chakra. That's the color blue, right? The throat chakra. So that is the most powerful gift we have is sound, right? Sound and light are the two things they talk about a lot. So being able to vocalize and fully express yourself is true freedom. Come on in here. That's why they try to silence people now. Now that's why they're into counseling and shut people up. Come on in here, because that's your true power. Hey, Lady K. Yes, you don't, not as much because you don't have the instruments. You got to say that again, honey. That is so damn truth. Yes, honey. Yeah, O blood type part of Lucifer. I will say that O blood type is a part of the original. O blood type is the original bloodline, which means that everybody that's not an O blood type are under their mutated versions of what O is. That's why O can give to everybody, but we can only receive from certain. I think it's the opposite, like O positive, O negative. Yeah, but we can give to everybody though, because we're the maternal and the paternal bloodline. Everybody needs this blood, but we can only get it from certain type of people. Oh, come on in here. Mm-mm-mm. I said what I said. They said that O blood type is satanic. That's where Cain's blood came from, O. And then Abel was A blood type, angelic. A blood type's angelic. O blood types is demonic. And then A, B, and B are supposed to be half and half, like demigods energy. Yeah, there's some blood. It's some real deep shit with blood, and even what you don't eat. Like I was sharing with somebody before about certain foods, how you're not supposed to put in your body, and they're like, well, I don't really have the issue, but we're not dealing with it just from a physical perspective. We're dealing with it from a spiritual as well, because food has RNA or DNA in it. That's why they talk about eating plant-based foods. And if you're not going to eat plant-based, consume mostly plants, because DNA, dead food like meat and stuff, that's dead. So you're consuming dead DNA. And if your DNA is receiving dead DNA, or your DNA is receiving dead RNA, that's information, then you start to die out too. That's why they say eating processed foods causes diseases and stuff. That's the scientific. But now we're getting into the metaphysical. The metaphysical is because the DNA and the RNA is not being properly decoded. So you're consuming shit and it's empty. I think they got something called empty carbs or empty calories. Yeah, you're consuming that if you're not getting everything. And even going into your diet. That's why it's important to have a variety of foods in your diets. They talk about the pyramid. Can we talk about it for a minute? Let's talk about the pyramid. You have a pyramid that have levels of foods you're supposed to have every day. So you're supposed to have something from the sugars, something from the fats, something from this, something from that, blah, 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 blah. And it's a pyramid. And then they even have a free, it's for free too. They'll give you suggestions on how to break that down. If you're between the ages of 25 and 32, you're lacking this. So you need to have this in your diet, have this in the morning, this and that. So either way, they're telling you how to practice real magic. And that's like I said, going into the overeating, which is gluttony, undereating, which is the opposite of gluttony. But remember, we live in a mirror reality. So eating too much and eating not enough gives you the same problems. So people who are gluttony, they overeat. Their body's not processed everything they're consuming. They also start to get disease and they die. People who are not eating enough, same thing. The body starts breaking down, attacking other things, and they die. That's why even going into vegans are supposed to go get their blood work and stuff checked more frequently than regular people, because there's certain minerals and stuff that are in meats that you can also get from plant as well. But you have to know that. But you still have to go get it checked out, because once again, we're also going into blood type. O blood type, we can't become vegans all the way. Like, you will die becoming a vegan, being O blood type. Things will change. They would do good without animal fat. They would do very good. So like I said, now we're going into all that good stuff. But I was explaining that to someone that your blood needs oxygen. And oxygen is one of the things they need. But in the process of that, it's codes. It needs codes. And these codes can only be read by like bodies, likeliness, right? So in order for these codes to be unlocked, you have to consume certain things. And that's why they talk about eating a broad diet. You should have sometimes Asian food. You should have sometimes African food. You should have sometimes European food. And I'm quoting this because it's all, whatever. It's all this fucking same thing, bitch. But you need to be multicultural with your seasonings. Yes, seasoning give you taste, but it also, unlike certain enzymes, same thing with sound. Certain languages, when they speak, the pronunciations and the grr, and the tongue being at the top of the mouth and the tongue being lower and the rolling and the breathing and all that. Even going into sign language stuff, all these things activate different frequencies. That's why if you do not understand a language and you go to a place where these people are speaking these languages, you will feel energy like intensify, or you would just feel something. And it's not even because you're not knowing what they're saying. Oh, bitch, you're in that store to get the fuck out. Who gives a fuck you don't know Chinese or not? But something happens to your body. And so, like I said, it's amazing. It's amazing. So once again, there's a lot of stuff that is very important for us because we are a spirit having a human experience. And a lot of us, we're forgetting that. We don't really give a fuck. And we think that we're winning physically, but spiritually we're dying. And of course, when the spirit starts to die, then the physical starts to catch up to that. Like I said, it ain't my business, honey. If I'm going to, like when I used to, well, I don't really fast no more like I used to. I used to really, really fast, maybe because I eat mostly healthy. I don't do that. But when I would fast, I would still consume my nutrients. So I would take, that's where the Farmer John's came in at. I would take like 500 different herbs or fruits and vegetable extracts like pumpkin, spinach, barley, green, this asparagus, all that. I would take this stuff even though I wasn't consuming real food, I was still getting that nutrients. So my body was adjusting and I was still getting what I needed. I was still like, ooh. But some people, like you said, they don't do that. They actually starve themselves and their bodies and their cells and they get deprivation. So they can't think right. They're, oh my God, I forgot, or, the brain wanders or whatever. Things happen. There's different side effects. So, like I said, if you are going to eat, that now they talk about intermediate fasting. If you are going to fast, you still need your nutrients. Get you some Bolthouse. If you're not into making your own shit, get you some Bolthouse where you drink it. 1 cup of that give you your 8 servings of fruit and vegetables a day. Like I said, I like to take my pills. My Country Farms have different things. It says you get 8 servings of fruits and vegetables and 2 tablets, and these are extracts. And they have over 30 fruits and vegetables and 5. Okay, anyway, 30 fruits and vegetables. And I have another one. I actually have 4 different powders that actually have like altogether like 200 different types of vitamin herbs and vegetables that you're taking. They even have like a mushroom complex, which a lot of people don't know. Mushrooms are very good for a lot of things. Anyway, I'll get up for that. So when we talk about it, people who are truly awakened or their melanin power, because everybody's talking about melanin magic and shit, that means you are really awakening who you are. So you should really be functioning at a high frequency. You shouldn't be out here gotta smoke weed to get high. You should be out here gotta drink liquor to relax. If that's what you're trying to do, you can get that without doing that. As I said before, and I will always say, I've been through a lot of shit in my life. That didn't cause me to want to drink or smoke or pop pills or do weird shit. And I like I said, it could have been anything. It could have been how I was raised. But then I look at my siblings. It could have been that I'm an old spirit and I know what I should and shouldn't do. I don't know. But I know that I'm not gonna, because I'm going through something, fuck myself up. Oh, I'm so stressed out. Let me drink so I can fuck up my liver. And I don't judge people who do that because a lot of you have come up out of that. Come on in here. Okay, hello. A lot of you have come up out of that. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna do what you're gonna do, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. And the first thing of getting your power back is admitting I'm weak, and that's why I need to smoke weed to relax myself because I have not yet mastered the skills of quieting my mind down naturally. I'm weak. That's why I choose to get drunk out of my mind because my life is so stressful because I've yet to master how to relieve my stress naturally. And even you got people out here too that claim they meditate all day and shit, but they still smoke weed and get high. And I'm just like, well, why are you meditating then? Like, I'm getting high and I'm going to meditate. It's like, I can imagine meditating and losing focus because we cause you to lose focus. It doesn't give you focus, it makes you lose it. So I could not imagine meditating and losing focus while I'm meditating. Like your eyes, yeah, I couldn't imagine that, huh? Yes, I cannot imagine, honey. Okay, yes, congratulations, Joey. I'm happy that you quit weed for you. New you, right? New you. I'm gonna let Anubis have this tamale, y'all. He gonna get that tamale. New you. Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Joey. I know that wasn't easy. I know that wasn't easy, honey. It was not easy. I know. I know it's not easy. And as I said, that's where the true goddess and God energy awakens. Is when you have a struggle and you beat it. You beat those demons. And you know it was so weird too. Something came up. A lot of people talk about, well, not a lot of people. One of my sisters talked about the Pooh energy, right? And I remember last year a lady brought up the Winnie the Pooh story, like it was a woman who lived as a man or something. The lady who invented Winnie the Pooh. I don't know, but um, they were showing something on a YouTube thing that I watched, and I want to say this too. Thank you so much, YouTube, for not showing these bitches as my suggested fucking channels. Cause girl, they were irritating the fuck out of me, girl. None of these hoes I like, okay? And they were showing their channel. Like, why the fuck is this bitch on my suggestions? But I don't want to see this bitch. So YouTube has not done that in a couple of months now. Thank you, YouTube. Oh my God. Praise you, YouTube gods. There are some YouTube gods out there, huh? So anyway, so I'm watching this YouTube video like 2 days ago, and they show an old commercial back in the 80s where this guy was peer pressured into smoking weed. And when this guy smoked weed, the spirit appeared over him. They called the spirit Smokey. And I had to laugh because that's what my that's what my stepdad used to call my mom because my mom would smoke weed and cigarette. So he would call her Smokey the Bear and shit. Oh my goodness. So anyway, so when this man was, and this is a cartoon, y'all, he would smoke this weed and the spirit would appear called Smokey. And it was this ugly looking spirit, like faint in color and just looked like the death. Honestly, it looked like the death angel. It looked like the fucking Grim Reaper. And Winnie the Pooh, the Alvin and the Chipmunks, all these cartoon characters were trying to convince him to not smoke no more. And then they showed him like they were singing songs to him. But he went into like a house of a mirror or something, y'all, and he saw himself and he's like, look at what this energy is doing to you. And the guy is looking at himself and he's like, nothing's wrong with me. Like he's seeing himself real. So I believe it was Winnie the Pooh was like, no, I need you to look closer. And when he looked closer, the mirror changed and the guy saw himself as like a zombie. And I was like, whoa, that's like life imitating art because I told people like weed only became legalized because there's strands of shit out there that they're contaminating shit with. And you know, like I know, girl, that's putting some shit in some shit. And so, you know, I don't know what is to come. I don't know if it's gonna be the weed shit that's gonna bring what I saw coming, or what they got with this IVS shit going on. And I'm saying IVS because I don't know what it is, but something's gonna turn something out, girl. And I'm just gonna say this right here. Girl, be ready, girl. We got all the tea over here. Okay. Oh, no, we don't. I don't have all the tea. I'm gonna get the tea when the time comes for me to get the tea. Yeah. If you want to know where the real tea is at, it's actually located in Malibu, California. Yes, honey, in Calabasas. Anyway, so yeah, mm, y'all better change your ways, honey. You want to get high? Meditate. Come on in here. Ow. I just seem to be about intelligence. Yes. Well, the moon deals with your mind. The sun deals with your soul. That's why your solar sign is your soul. It's your soul's experience. It's how your soul interprets itself. And the lunar deals with your mind, your personality, your brain, your mind, how others perceive you and how you perceive others. Come on in here. Yes, honey. Yes, my lunar is Pisces. I have a lunar Pisces, honey. I got some of their qualities, not all of their qualities, honey. Intuition on point. Emotionally manipulated? No. Girl, I'm not gonna sit here and cry for you to have sympathy for me, bitch. Girl, bye. Or play that role. What about me? Yeah. Shout out to my therapist out there in Selma. No, not Selma. Salem, Oregon. Hey. Yes, honey. I'm AB plus. I can have everybody's blood because I'm super mutated. Oh, yes, you are. But see, also A and B blood type are easy to be manipulated. That's the only downfall about having those bloods too. A blood type and AB blood type are easy to be manipulated. So peer pressure people are usually affected with those blood types. If you're O blood type and you do things because someone else told you to do it, you need to find yourself. Like the only people that should be followers and should be that needy type, or they need people to guide them all the time is A because they're very gullible. A blood type, AB blood types are very gullible for a lot of stuff. But like I said, old people, honey, yeah, you have an old energy too. You should definitely know what's up. Another thing too, I want to share too. So I used to have this past life um dream that was very foretelling to me, right? Just and you guys, because I've been on my stuff for the past 2 weeks, but it came to me that I was not having a past life regression for myself. I was having visions of an ancestor's memory. So I was seeing my ancestors' memory, like what they witnessed, what they saw. And it was crazy to me. And well, I don't want to even get into it because it's too traumatizing for me. And I had to confirm this because, I told y'all we have a Facebook page for my family and stuff. And I was talking to one of my cousins, and we were talking about some stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, is that what they experienced? Because I used to have visions of that, and I'm like, oh, I thought it was a past life for me, but no, it's not. It was actually an ancestor's memory, and that blew my mind. I let that go. I said, ooh, thank you. It's not a part of my cellular memory. It's a part of this ancestors. And then I told y'all that I think that I am the reincarnation. Well, I'm not gonna say I think. I know that I'm reincarnation of my grandmother's mother. We're gonna keep it there. We're gonna keep it there, honey. Ow! We're gonna keep it there. Anywhere I said there's nothing like the original. I know that's right. You're allergic to corn? Ooh, I don't even like corn. Oh my god, who eats corn? Like I have a hard time getting into popcorn. I bought popcorn so I don't have to eat chips as a healthy alternative, and I just can't get into it. Like who eats corn for fun? Like let me go get me a corn on a cob. Like and you poop it out and the shit is whole. Like, girl, three things I can live without is pork, corn, and fucking peanuts. Like, I live without many things, but those are the three for sure things I can live without. So it's like, girl, people are like, no, I can't. I gotta have corn. But you're born. You need to go to a grocery store with a lot of like a big grocery store or even like a Hispanic grocery store like a Vallata. You go there, they have a whole wall filled with fruits and vegetables, bitch. You will change your mind. You would say corn, and there's 80 fucking produce against this wall right here. Girl, bye. Ugh, just nasty. It's fine now. I'm back to normal, focused and taking care of myself, feeling grateful for my state of health lately. Seeing all these sick people. Oh, now you can see. Come on in here. Hey, Virgo Rose, how you doing? Yes. I'm telling you, when you're out of that, you start to see things for what it is. And a lot of people like to keep you drugged up and high and drunk because you can't see things for what it is. They want to take away your perception. That's what I said. These hoes out here talking about ganja magic. I think they purposely want to keep y'all um, spellbound. They don't want y'all to have your own fucking common sense. That's sick, girl. Ain't nobody sober, ain't nobody high with a sober fucking mind. Bitch, that shit is running through your blood like taking pills. You take a hormone pill, you're not popping hormones all day, but you take that pill and it's cycling throughout your body for 12 hours and you take it again. You got to take hormones every 12 hours. Okay, there's not just one a day. When you take estradiol shit, you don't take it one time a day. You take it twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. It depends on your doctor and your blood. You got to get it 6 times a day if you really if you're that girl. But that whole, you know, yeah, girl, you've become a weedy now. So you're now you're now clouded. You're now clouded with that. And I tell people that too, that they actually said there's no actual proof that marijuana, now cannabis, the oil, yes, you could take the oil stuff because I told you my niece has been on that since she was like 9 years old. But smoking it, there's no proof that it helps with glaucoma, that it helps with pain, or none of that. There's no proof of that. That is a placebo effect. But motherfuckers will sit there and tell you that it helped me with my pain. So does curcumin and turmeric. So does dark chocolate too. Y'all out here eating dark chocolate. I have really bad arthritis, so that's why I smoke marijuana. You need to look up foods that are anti-inflammatory. Garlic. You need to eat more of that, and you won't have that, honey. Oh, I smoke weed because I got glaucoma. Are you lacking vitamin A? Is your retinol damaged? You need to have CMOS. You need some aloe vera gel. You need hyaluronic acid. Like collagen, like what's going on? Because it's like, girl, I've been there. I had very severe astigmatism. Like, I want to go to my eye doctor because they keep your shit on file. I want to get the eye doctor's paper from 2015. I want to get the eye doctor's paper from 2017. And I want to go to the eye doctor again this year. And I want to compare where you guys can see my vision has gotten better. Okay. But I had really bad astigmatism before 2015. When I say bad, it was bad. Like, everything was double to me. Like, there was not no, okay, it was like, oh my God, I'm seeing two of that. What is that? Like, yeah. So like I said, my shit has gotten better. So, honey, yeah. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. But you can eat your way to health. Food is what kills you or give you life. It says that life and death lies in the power of the tongue. That means you can speak life into things or you can speak death into things. Same thing with what you consume. Your tongue is what helps you to absorb information from food and it breaks down. I told y'all, your mouth is connected to your anus. It's all one and the same. If you put it in your mouth, you'll put it in your booty. If you put it in your booty, you'll put it in your mouth. That whole I ain't gonna do it, girl, bye. It's all part of the whole thing. Your digestion. You have your tongue, you have your esophagus, you have your stomach, you have geranium, you have your small intestine, you have your large intestine, and then you have the fucking anus there. So, with that being said, honey, yes, food is what helps your life be better. Ain't no you sick and you eating right, girl. Bye. And giving your body what it needs. Not, well, I do eat right, but we were talking about that too. A friend of mine and I today, we were talking about that today of eating healthy. Like some people, oh, I ate nothing but fruits and vegetables today, and I still gain weight. Everything's about portions though, and moderation. And are you overdoing it? Like, oh, all I'm eating is strawberries every day. Yeah, you gotta have variety, honey. You should have sweet, spicy, sweet, and sour. You do the four things or do two of the things out of the day, you'll be good. Have a diet with sweet and spicy, or have and of course, people, they break down, say, sour is an experience, blah, blah, blah. All that's an experience, just like hot and cold. Okay. Which kind of lead me into people going to hell and shit, talk about it was hot. Like people died and said they went to hell, talk about it was hot down there. But I'm like, wait a minute, but your body is the only thing that your body has nerves in it. So that's why you can sense temperature. How did your spirit sense that hell was hot? I'm curious to know that. Because the spirit don't have nerve endings on it. It's energy. So the energy shifted. But how did you know that it was hot? Yeah, I'm a little confused with that. My dad is an A blood type, and my mom always said he can't do anything on his own. They need people. I know. I got friends that are A blood types, honey, and they need people, girl. People will cuss them out. You fucking bitch, you whole stinky ass slut. And ooh, girl, I was on the phone talking to Diana yesterday, and it's like, wait, what? The same bitch that called you a funky goat bitch? Oh, girl. Well, I mean, I can't. God made me to be nice to people. I'm nice to people too, bitch, but you ain't using me, and you're not gonna disrespect me neither, bitch, without getting red. And you bring me down, bitch. If you make me feel like like shit, I'm gonna make you feel like shit, bitch, and you're not gonna want to fuck with me no more. And if you do want to fuck with me after I raid you down because you make me feel like shit, bitch, I'm really not gonna fuck with you because I know your ass is crazy, bitch. That hoe. Oh my god, you read me down, but we still cool, right? That's some trippy shit. So I have a box right here that has a red circle with a smiley face. And these lights, okay, so when the lights are changing colors, under one color, the face, you could see the darker shade and the white is light. And then on some shades, you can't see the darker, but you can see the light, like the white face. And then others you can just see the outline of it. Like it's fucking crazy. Girl, that's like some LSD shit right there, and I'm not even on it. See that right there? And I'm looking at the Louis bag, same thing, girl. The Louis bag looked like it changed from purple, red, pink, blue, and black. Yeah, 4 different colors. That's fucking crazy. And a controller too. Oh, 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 you can't see it because the light is here. Oh, you kind of see it. It changed colors a little bit. Yeah, you kind of see it. But over here in the dark, you really see it. It looks like it's going from green to white to like a darker shade. Yeah. The way they want a lot of people die from the bullshit. Well, the scripture says, Shamika, that my people will perish from the lack of knowledge. So people are not educating themselves on the cycle that is at hand. And that's why they're not getting what they need to get. And I told y'all, when this is all said and done, 2023 is considered the golden year. And a lot of people, you ain't gonna make it to see the golden year. And it's not the golden year because of what we think it is. It's about spirituality. That's why right now everybody's taking their spirituality serious and everybody's taking their health serious because it goes hand in hand. You can't be over here flopping down pig feet and saying you're spiritually enlightened. I'll leave that there. I love caramel corn. I know that's right. Yeah, forgot about me. No, I didn't, honey. Ow. Check out that blog spot, Virgo. I didn't forget about you. Check out the blog spot. Savory, sweet, spicy, sour. There you go. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, you guys, when I come back, I'm gonna be sharing some stuff with y'all. I'm gonna be sharing some stuff with y'all. Hold on. Mm, hold on. Let me. Oh, Anubis got my. Oh my God, my leg fell asleep. Ah. Okay. Oh, everything is dead, huh? Okay, no, it's not. Okay, no. I want to share this before I go. Okay. Oh, I need to find my Allegra, honey. I want to share this before I go, okay? Now, we talked about some things a while ago, and this kind of goes full circle. Okay. There is an occult book out there, which, by the way, I did purchase my book. I'm waiting for it to arrive, and I'm excited. Thank you, those of you who joined the Ganesha class, and of course, to those who sent the donations, because of course I use a little bit of that, get that too. But anyway, so it is coming, and I'm excited. But there's a lot of books out there that educate us on. I guess I'm let this phone charge a little bit because I guess it's on the other phone, not this phone. Wait, it might be on this phone. Hold on. Okay, maybe not. Oh, it is. So, oh yeah. So okay, so here we go. So this book used a lot of old English because this book was written like 1800s. So it's a lot of old English in here. But we're going to read a little bit of one of these books, because of course there's books that have this, insert in it, but this right here is the tea. So it's speaking of receiving spiritual messages. And it's saying there's no way around it. And the crazy thing about it is too, this book is actually rooted in the left hand path. So the left hand path is talking about it 200 years ago or 107 years ago. Then we're talking about, no, it is 200 years. Yeah, we're going into 2020 fucking two next year. So yeah, 200 years ago. So if they're talking about it 200 years ago, bitch, do you know? And then now they're switching shit up. You know that this is some tea. So it says he would receive true dreams, should keep a pure and undisturbed imaginative spirit, and so compose it that it may be made worthy of knowledge and the government by the mind. For such a spirit is most fit for prophecy or prophesying and is most clear glass of all things. When therefore we are sound in body and not disturbed in mind, weed, being drunk, being intoxicated on any level is disturbed in the mind, if you don't know. But listen to what it says. Our intellect not made dull by heavy meals and strong drinks, not fed through poverty and not provoked through lust, not incited by any vice, not stirred up by wrath or anger. See, now we're getting into detoxing and disconnecting. Okay? Not being irreligiously and profanely inclined, not given to levity, nor lost in drunkenness, but chastity, going to bed, fall asleep, then our pure and divine soul being free from all the evils above recited and separate from all hurtful thoughts. So once again, when the enemy knows that you're plagued with alcohol and drugs and poverty or povertish thoughts and lustful thoughts, because you're in that space, right? That's why we go into celibacy, we go into fasting and praying, focusing only what you're wanting. The enemy was use these things to get you together. That's why I was looking at something a couple of weeks ago, and this person was under attack, right? And I was like, let me just watch, because I don't know if it's real or not, because they were saying a whole bunch of shit, right? I'm like, let me just watch. And this is nobody that I'm sure none of y'all know. So I'm just looking at it, and then they say, yeah, I've been smoking for the past 6 months, and I got to stop because they're going to use that to get me together. They're going to use that, but I rebuke that. And basically what she was saying was they're going to use my vice, which is alcohol and smoking. They're going to use that vice. Get up. They're going to use that vice against me. They're going to basically strengthen those demons and use it to get me together. So like I said, this is old information. Speaking of not made dull by heavy metals or heavy meals, that means eating light and consuming foods that are basically water content. So this is telling you eating healthy, no processed foods that weigh you down, and strong drink. We know that's not just alcohol. We know that's also sodas, bitterness, all that good stuff. And this, believe it or not, have, I think, apple cider vinegar in it. And it tastes like real soda. It tastes like real soda, y'all. Real fucking soda. And it says not being stirred up by wrath or anger. So that whole someone called you out your name and you're upset about it, and I'm so mad right now. You cannot prophesy with that type of energy, honey. Yeah, the inference you're getting is not real. Anyway, Also being drunk, honey. Yes. Then our pure and divine soul being free from all the evils above recited and separate from all hurtful thoughts, and now freed by dreaming, is endowed with the divine spirit as it is an instrument, and doth receive those beams and representation which are darted down as it were and shine forth from the divine mind itself in a defined glass. So speaking of, we get our visions and prophecies from the moon, and it speaks of what blocks you from receiving your messages. And you see how it says, um, this divine spirit as an instrument and doth receive those beams and representation which are being darted down. Those are spiritual downloads. So the moon is literally projecting energy, and we can only receive that energy when our conscious mind is quieted. So all of us, that's why lunar worship come into play. Lunar worship come into play because it's always sending us energies. You know, that's our original home. Not everybody, I'm just saying. That's the original source of information. So in order to tap into that, you got to have a sound mind, a pure mind, a pure spirit to get the full information. Ain't no, I think. I'm gonna leave that there. That's what I said. For me personally, I don't wish to partake in any drugs or any alcohol or any of that. And I'm not just people who do that. But don't sit here and tell me that spirit is talking to you. You're getting vision shit from spirit and you're contaminated. Your body is the temple, honey. And ain't no high vibrational being coming down into that body. Oshun ain't coming down in there, Lakshmi ain't coming down in there, Buddha ain't coming down in there, and no spirit that deals with those higher level consciousness coming in and entertaining any of that. They're not darting or sending anything to you because your glass is clouded. Your glass, okay, is basically tinted. You got tinted motherfucking windows, honey. So the beam cannot dart through and allow you to receive that message. So you missing it. You missing it, sis. That's why you gotta go read books instead of actually meditating and relaxing and saying, ancestors, show me the way. Spirits, give me all the things I need to see. Use me as the vessel of light for the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, move me. Allow me to see what I need to see. Instead of getting into it that way, it's let me go read a book on how to read tarot. Let me let me go read a book on how to da 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 da. It's in you already, girl. The book is in you. Girl, it's in you, girl. The code's already in you, girl. Let's unlock the codes. This is where you need the key. The key needs to come in and help you to unlock the codes. And your T is sometimes a teacher, sometimes it's your motherfucking experiences. But you're missing your T because I got it. Yeah, oh my God, let me go. And I'm not discrediting, girl. Sometimes the shit is good information to get. But I'm just saying, for me, I'm a spiritual being and I connect to spiritual beings and I need to know things, it will be revealed. As I told you, I don't play those games. I don't let me do my digging and I no. Spirit, show me what I need to see. And it has never felt me all my years, honey. It has not felt me. When a bitch wanna come for me, oh, okay. What I need to know about this person? And it will come through me via my dreams, via messages, or someone will be the messenger. Hey, just so you know, I went to school with that bitch's daughter, and and it's like, oh wow, oh wow. Oh, was she a psychic? Did she tell y'all she was a psychic back then? No. And for what we were told that she was barely at home. Girl, it ain't my business. Yes, honey, Virgo Rose. Yes, honey. So, Bolt House, a day keeps the sickness away. I would say Bolt House will keep your body, it will keep your frequencies up. Yes, honey. Eating clean, allowing your body to function properly will definitely keep the sickness away. And we're not just talking about physical sickness, we're talking about spiritual and mental as well, because people forget about that. Mental health, spiritual health, and physical health is all important, honey. You can have one without the other. You could be spiritually healthy, but have a fucked up habits that fucks up your physical body, and it kind of allows the spiritual to be weaker. So in order to be powerful, in order to be amazing and flourishing and the greatest you possibly could be, the mind, the body, and the spirit needs to be healthy. Staying hydrated, going into all the good stuff. Like I said, I won't share my secrets because I'm a believer that when you share shit too much, then it ain't gonna work no more. So, like I said, it's important to get your frequencies up, keep your body nice and clean, energetically. Don't let people contaminate you. Protect your energy. In the words of Sister Megan, Megan the Stallion, honey. I should call myself Mystic the Stallion. Built like a horse, looked like a horse, and hung like a horse. No, let me stop. Oh my God. The House of Stallions, honey. Girl, yes. Come on in here. So, like I said, definitely protect your energy, y'all. It's okay to say no. Bye, motherfucker. You can't come over. Yeah, it's okay to say that. Don't feel bad. Hey, Mystic. Hey, River City. How you doing? Listen, I need to go, y'all. It is 1:31. Listen, y'all, these lives be so long time. If I come here more often, I wouldn't have to make these long ass lives, huh? Yeah. Excuse me. But I'm gonna go, you guys. I'm so glad I was able to come on here. I was gonna do something today, but I got home, I didn't eat, and even right now I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go do this. But something is coming up. Something is coming up, and I'll be back in a couple of days. And we're gonna do a little something something. And I'm excited because oh my God, y'all. And I got a new pendulum too. Isn't this cute? Isn't this cute? I got a cute little pendulum. I love gifts, honey. Isn't this cute, y'all? I got a cute little pendulum, honey. We have natural pendulums within us, right? You know that, right? So the energies of more than one pendulum allow that energy to manifest. Oh, I just love it, honey. Isn't that gorgeous though? Mm, so beautiful. Anyway, let me go. Yes, honey. Love and light, Jay, forever. Yes, love and light. I love these when there are at night. It's more spiritual. You know what? I know daytime is a little. I feel like your conscious mind is ruled by the day, and your subconscious mind is ruled by the night. For me, I like to do all my stuff at nighttime. Even though I try to go to bed early, like most of the times I go to bed before 3 a.m. There are sometimes I go to bed after that, but I really try to go to bed before the sun comes up. But nighttime is more. It's more. I'm more receptive at nighttime. Daytime, it's like, yeah. There's so much going on, and everybody's nighttime. I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot that go on. I'm hoping that with this new person that I'm dealing with, not relationship, anything, friend, um, that we can actually go do some things because there's a lot of stuff around here that is actually quite paranormal and abnormal. And y'all know I'm into that, honey. I'm into all that good stuff because I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of none of that, honey. What I want to do, hopefully, when all this is said and done, and people say you might have to get the IVS, uh, you might get the IVS in order for you to be able to travel. Bitch, please. I'll travel all up through and down motherfucking California, then, bitch. But I would love to stay at like a haunted hospital or something, or a haunted hotel. You know, yeah, we stayed at a couple. Didn't even know they were even hunted like that until we actually had experiences. I think I told y'all that story too before. We went over here to a casino place because in the mountains and stuff, there's a lot of energy like that in mountains, hills and shit. A lot of spirits and even if people didn't die there, these mountains and stuff harbor energy. And so we stayed at this place, and the person who I don't know if he was a spiritual person because he had bad experiences, like demonic experiences. Because I remember I had a conversation with him before, and he said he had like demonic experiences and stuff. And after say this, I'm gonna go. But he literally we stayed at this hotel, right? One of our experiences. We stayed at this hotel. We stayed at this hotel. That's a plane. I'm like, bitch, what the hell is that? So we stayed at this hotel, and this hotel was in the mountains, y'all. Like when I tell you mountains, girl, it was hilly. Y'all, I think, matter of fact, I think we stayed on top of the mountain. I think the city was on top of like a mountain because now I'm thinking about it. Leaving, you go down and you go down. Like in California, the mountain hills are like this. And you're going up and down, but you're going down. So you're like doing this. So you're going up and down, but you're going down. So we were actually like very much on top of fucking mountain because yeah, ooh girl, traumatizing. Anyway, so we stay at this hotel, which is in Sutter Creek, California, and we're there because we were going to the casino. And so the room we were staying in was gorgeous, right? It had a fireplace in this room, y'all. I think that was probably the first time I stayed in a hotel that was like high end and stuff. Like, oh my god! But y'all, it was so cheap. And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, we're right here by a busy place. Like, it was a lot of cars driving down the highway and stuff we were on. I was like, this is kind of weird. You know, it's so cheap. It's like $65 a night. So anyway, y'all, we go there, and usually how I know that something is really, really energetically, or the energy is paranormal, is I feel drained. And if I don't feel drained, I'll get like a weird, funny headache. So I felt drained. Like we were good before we got there, but when we got to the room, all of a sudden I was just like, oh my God, we're supposed to go to Denny's and everything now. But I was like, ooh, like I'm tired. So we went to sleep and I dozed off and he likes to be up and he used to play on his phone. So I'm asleep and I'm feeling movement, but I'm like, okay, whatever. But literally I dozed off and this motherfucker wakes me up. Test on, test on, test on. And I'm like, and he's like, did you feel that? And I'm like, did I feel what? And he's like, something was pulling at my feet. Or no, he was like, something was shaking the bed. And I was like, no, I didn't feel that. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, oh, fuck that. So he turned on all the lights in the hotel. So I said, okay, I'm going to go back to bed because I'm fucking tired. So I go to sleep, y'all. And the bathroom light turns on. So he literally is standing up, and that's what woke me up. And now I don't know how I'm asleep, and he's standing there. But I tell y'all, like I think I'm a light sleeper, but sometimes I sleep through things. But I think I'm a light sleeper because like when the newbies get in and out the bed, I wake up. Like people hovering around and stuff. I know someone is hovering around or walking up and down the hallway. I know it. Even though I'm asleep, it makes me wake up. Like what the hell's going on outside? So anyway, so I wake up, and this is probably like 4 in the morning because we went to sleep at like 9:30. And he's standing up and his eyes are hella red. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but the bathroom light just turned on by itself. I'm hearing noises. I'm feeling stuff. Da, 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 da. So I'm like, okay, so do you want to pray or something? Because I'm like, okay, now he's losing his mind. Even though I woke up, the light was on. Okay, I probably woke up because he got out of the bed. I don't know, but I was like, yeah, let's say a prayer. We'll go back to. So we said a prayer, which every hotel here has a fucking Bible in it. So we said a prayer, and I couldn't even read the fucking book because I was so fucking tired. I couldn't even read the whole scripture. And then we prayed or whatever. So we went to sleep. Y'all, this was probably like 20 minutes later. I wake up because I literally feel the blankets being pulled. And so I get up and he's like kind of passed out. And I'm like, oh my God, did you fucking feel that? And he's like, what? I'm like, the fucking something just pulled a blanket. And he's like, yeah, I've been feeling that the whole time. So I get up, he get up. I remember I called my other friends' hotel room. They did not answer, obviously, but they don't wake up at like 5 in the morning too. So I think they were up. They didn't want to answer it. So I got up, bitch. I turned that water on, and that's a secret that I learned too. Turning water on and you doing things will keep energies and spirits away. So I turned that shit on, y'all. But when I tell y'all that whole fucking night, things was going on. Like it had like a gas fireplace that would come on and come off. Like you would hear the clicking noise, and then literally the last thing. Because I remember after that we ended up like staying up. At least we thought, and we were sleeping. Like he was sitting up, and I was sleeping up, sitting up. And then we turned TV on, the TV kept turning off and shit too. And then someone said, oh, the TV, they programmed the TVs to turn off and shit in hotel rooms. Yeah. But TV was turning off by itself and we kept turning on. But the last thing that freaked me the fuck out is that when I actually went to sleep, I saw two beings. One was a woman and one was something else. And I don't know if that was a man. I don't know if it was a demon. I don't know if it was something else. And that freaked me. That freaked me the fuck. So I literally said, okay, bitch, we're going to stay up until that sun come up. When that sun come up, bitch, we're going to go. And we literally, y'all, we stayed up. We stayed up. Girl, finally when I got home, I ended up sleeping that whole day because I was so drained. But yeah, that was some weird shit. And then I was doing my digging. They were talking about Sutter Creek was like a mining city. But I don't think that the woman that I saw, I don't think she was a part of that time. I think it was like 50s or 60s when that person died. Because I was just like, yeah, but it was freaky as fuck. Because it felt like it was real. Like it felt like the bitch had just walked into our hotel room while we're there. And I was like, excuse me, bitch, like, what are you doing? Excuse me. And that's when I woke up like, oh my God, I freaked the fuck out because when she was coming in trolling, whatever the fuck that was trolling after us. And like I said, that was one of many experiences that I had with a haunted hotel or public building. But yeah, that was some weird shit, honey. Very weird. And yeah, that's it. That's all I like really saying at hotels. Anywhere like cheap ones like Motel 6 and shit. Because girl, all those fucking people be fucking and shit. And I do believe too that spirits that we see are not really, they're not always dead people. Sometimes it's energy imprints. Like I think there's a difference between ghosts, spirits, entities, and spiritual imprints. I think that sometimes when you stay somewhere and you're like, oh, I'm feeling uncomfortable, I feel like someone's watching me. Yeah, I think somebody stayed there that had anxiety and shit because girl, like you go to those hotels where these girls be fucking and shit, prostitute and shit, $40 a night and shit. Girl, even sleeping in the bed, you're like, what the fuck? That's why I like to do Airbnbs, honey. Anyway, let me go. Love and light, everybody. 2spiritmystic@gmail.com, 2spiritmystic.blogspot.com. And I'll be coming back in the next few days because things we're going to be talking about and doing, y'all. I'm excited. It's been a while since I've connected to you guys where I used to connect time. A bitch been motherfucking busy. But listen, yeah, I can't keep you guys out like that. We gotta get back into some teas, honey. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming in here so late. Shout out to those of you on the East Coast, down south, and of course those of you in California. We're on the same time zone. Well, thank you guys for staying in here so late and stopping by, including you haters. Bye. Until next video, y'all. Love and light. Oh, and I'm still waiting on an email. You know, because people want to call out names. Adrian Riverwolf and Little Mer, I'm waiting on an email because I'm gonna think there's some motherfucking problems if I don't get an email back. I'm gonna talk about none of that. Time difference or not. I better get an email from y'all by Monday. I better get a motherfucking email from y'all by motherfucking Monday. You're not guilty of nothing, huh? Mm-hmm. Love and light. I'm eating some spinach and dripping in organic oil and some chopped garlic. I know that's right. You eating that right now? I heard that. You should make you some kale chips and stuff. That's good too. And today I went to a store and they had there's an oil called cocoa something. It's sunflower oil mixed with coconut oil. Spirit gave me a recipe. So anyway, I think that would be really, really good to cook with that. Yes, honey. Anyway, love and light, honey. Yes, honey. Love you too, Joey. Have a good day, a good weekend. And like I said, we'll be coming back soon. Okay? Yes, honey. And those of you who are in that class, you'll be getting an email from me. If not right now, for sure in the morning. My brain is shutting down right now. Anyway, y'all had a long day. I had a long day, honey. I've been out since 9 o'clock this morning. Okay. I didn't do too much, but I ran some errands today and I went to go get some things, honey, get some supply stuff, uh, and all the good stuff. So yeah, I'm a bit drained. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all. Love and light.